The Perth Gaming Guild presents Master Nyarlathotep, a world-spanning Call of Cthulhu campaign. At last, the stars are almost right. Soon, Nyarlathotep's plan will come to fruition. Then the world will be changed. Horrifying deeds and dangerous sorcery face those who dare unravel the fate of the Call expedition. Master Nyarlathotep, a perilous adventure toward the dark god.
Welcome to the new session of Call of Cthulhu, wherein two of the players decide to play rednecks.
Yes.
Ding 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 ding.
Please, just please don't. Just please. Please, I'm asking.
Drhoz, it's the rednecks or it's front bottom.
Yeah, put it that way. It's your rednecks or it's the super character in
There is
front
plenty of opportunity to play a wide variety of racist stereotypes for the rest of the campaign. We just don't quite need to do Deliverance-style inbred hicks in this campaign as it currently stands. The lunatic Englishman is certainly a viable character, I'm afraid to say.
Yes, especially with the name Lord Frontbottom.
Yes, Lord Frontbottom is viable, but if you want to continue playing Agent Rondale whilst the campaign is still in New York City, that also works.
Alright.
Besides, we still need to work on getting the foundation properly established.
Yes, after all, you still have...
It has a new name now. Office of Naval Intelligence.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
I rolled it in.
Yeah. Well, it's not like I can complain anymore, what with the character who wanted it done being dead.
Hey, I gave away a friggin' ring with the signet seal on it.
Giving it away?
I followed your orders of the person who was dead.
Yes.
That's more than what you should ask from a Call of Cthulhu character.
It's true. Giving away an Elder Sign ring to someone you will never speak to again, except for the fact that that character is also a contact to this character. It's nice being in New York. I could go see the dock.
By the way, I think we should
Indeed
probably move
you can,
this
yes.
table out of the way, just so you
Yeah,
can be
because
closer.
I'm yelling.
Right, time to rearrange tables.
Just put it over there.
Everybody change seats!
We'll actually do the pack up later.
Yes. Anyway, yes. Around the world, the diphtheria epidemic gathers strength in Nome, Alaska. Norway's capital, Cristiano, has been renamed Oslo. Benito Mussolini has become dictator of Italy. Yes, and the US has finally recognised the ability of women to govern by electing Nellie Taylor Ross, governor of Wyoming. In New York...
crack onto her.
Yes, in New York City, Agent Paul Rondo of the Office of Naval Intelligence is investigating the brutal murder of occult writer Jackson Elias, who was quite horribly carved up in his room in the Chelsea Hotel.
It was noted in the newspaper as like a turkey.
Well, something like that, yes. There was also the severe injury dealt to the governor of Massachusetts, but the less said about him, the better.
Indeed.
Because he's awesome.
Yes.
No bias there, Ian.
Yes, amongst the characters...
I'm out of a job.
Well, yes, McGinty will still need a bodyguard,
So I need a new character?
possibly.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily this session.
McGinty's an
After
equal
all,
opportunity employee. You can piss off someone
McGinty is currently in hospital recuperating from being shot in the back with a shotgun.
Look at the bright side, Aldous.
Oh,
The Office of Naval Intelligence is always hiring.
Particularly at the moment, given that 9/10 of their agents have been slaughtered in a cold counterattack.
You don't understand. I've explained to Drhoz just what Aldous' personality is like when it comes to McGinty.
Loyal,
I need
yes.
a new character.
Yep.
McGinty is one of the few people that Aldous would knowingly and premeditatively
Abet?
kill for.
And aid in a bet.
Look,
Oh, he was already an enabler.
McGinty is already hiring other people to go forth into the rest of the world and bring in back loot. Why not join them?
Well,
McGinty's an equal opportunity employer. He will gladly pay for you and bankroll you to see the world.
Yes, there's no need for you to make a new character this session, because you will probably be in New York for a couple of weeks yet.
Yeah.
Now, as far as the other characters currently involved in this particular investigation go, we have Professor Deborah Einstein, a physicist from Harvard, who I'm not sure what her ongoing interest in these cases are, except possibly the hope of seeing McGinty horribly killed. Well, last session she nearly got what she wished for.
Then I nailed the person who shot me.
Yes, then for some reason you
Wait,
shot...
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Probably had
Einstein got some? Oh, different definition of nailed. Never mind.
Yes.
she probably killed him out of disappointment.
Yes.
was so close!
Yes, that was, yeah, but because unfortunately the collars didn't use both barrels.
Deborah Einstein wants to perfect her knowledge of the universe.
Well, I'm sorry, but Deborah Einstein also has a body shape normally reserved for common sporting implement.
Or small planetoids.
Small planetoids.
And the size was a medium-sized planet.
Yes,
What
and-
is the most ubiquitous sporting implement in the world? A ball.
yes. And we have Agent Paul Rondale here, who became an agent of Oni as a result of the disastrous government raid on the Massachusetts town of Innsmouth, in which the U.S. Coast Guard lost 3 ships, almost lost a submarine, and they almost completely failed in the efforts to capture the esoteric order of Dagon cult leaders and so on. So,
Since then, Rondale has graduated to killing gods.
No, I'm sorry. I know who my next character is going to be. Sir Wellington Christopher Waterloo. WC to his friends.
oh no.
Hell yeah!
Oh no. Also,
An explorer by avocation.
yes, also one of the surviving agents of the Office of Naval Intelligence is Agent Harry Johnson, who was roped into the Massachusetts branch because the central officers just could not believe the reports coming out of New England.
That and I got an ambassador killed. Or an ambassador was killed on my watch.
Yes, the noodle incident has been known.
Unfortunately, they sent
We're
up
not sure
Johnson.
why.
Unfortunately, they sent up Johnson to disprove Rondale. All they got was more proof.
We am afraid so.
Please, no references to noodle incidents while I'm eating spaghetti.
Good point, yes.
We're not sure why it's called the noodle incident, considering it involved a man with a cloth.
Yes,
Always been
but anyway,
using noodles in the past.
having come too late
My
to
fault, I listened.
save Jackson Elias's life, these stalwart investigators instead gunned down most of the attackers in question, with a single exception, who Governor McGinty headbutted into unconsciousness before succumbing to his own wounds.
Of course, he's headbutted the man after being shot in the back with a shotgun. Mm-hmm. In the same 5-second span.
I'm sorry,
He's hard.
he still hasn't beaten a popular American president.
Yes, yeah.
Andrew Jackson. Mm-hmm. Old Hickory.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
After an assassination attempt, immediately after an assassination attempt, he got up and gave a State of the Union address. Bullets still lodged in him.
No, that was Roosevelt.
Oh, it was
Roosevelt.
No,
Andrew Jackson. Oh, Andrew Jackson used to just beat people to death with a stick.
yes, but Jackson was the one who beat his assailant so badly his bodyguard had to drag him off the assassin.
Yes, that's right.
Yes, Jackson is also the one who spent for a state dinner digging a bullet out of his arm because he was bored.
He's one hell of a treat injury check.
Oh yeah. Andrew Jackson was sort of the Chuck Norris of his day.
And then Roosevelt came along and says, yeah, that's all right, I can do better.
Yes, yes. Bull moose indeed.
Regardless,
Yes, regardless, it'll probably take some time for McGinty to beat, for example, that photograph of Roosevelt riding a moose across the river.
I'm pretty sure that he'll come across it eventually.
He already has one. He was in full plate riding a donkey, trying to charge her. Oh, never mind.
Yes, yes.
Trying
Anyway,
to charge at a windmill.
the New York police detective Poole has informed the Oni investigators that the murder of Jackson Elias is just one in a sequence of similar disembowelings and mutilations that have been occurring for a wide swathe of the city over the last few years.
So it's business as usual for New York.
Yeah, sad to say. And there is a quite large number of clues collected from the hotel room before the police can turn up and start stomping all over the evidence. Amongst these clues are the following paperwork, matchbooks, letters, and so forth that the investigators recovered from Elias's luggage, clothing, bookshelf, etc.
Bloody hell, this feels like LA Noire.
I hate that game.
So yes, please pick one and read it out, and so on. Or describe it.
Alright then. Well, I have here a lined sheet of card with four lines in a box saying George Edmondson, Egyptologist in London.
Yes, that is a business card, apparently. A relatively simple one for somebody apparently named George Edmondson, who apparently is an expert on the study of ancient Egypt and gives an address in London.
Or it could just be somewhere in a place called Egyptologist and his last name is London.
This is possible, yes.
But unlikely.
I have a business card for the Penview Foundation, director of which is apparently Edward Gavigan.
Yes, Edward Gavigan is indeed the current director of the Penhue Foundation, itself a Egyptological institute based in London.
Alright,
That's picture of it, some sort of book.
we have tonight only the Cult of Darkness in Polynesia and Southwest Pacific. Is this about the Cult of Darkness or the Southwest Pacific? Because I think they're two different plays.
Quite possibly. Could be both.
Mad right out of my head.
Well, it could be a musical, yes.
Okay, 2-hour lecture with slides provided by Anthony Carroll's PhD of the University of Sydney, Australia, and at the Miskatonic University in Shula Hall, New York, New York. Tonight only, 8 p.m. Be there or be square.
Yes.
I have what appears to be a letter or telegram from Miriam Attright to Mr. Elias, or Mr. Jackson Elias, about a book in which he inquired about in the Harvard University Library they did not appear to have.
Is it a letter or a telegram?
Letter.
Yeah, because
A typewritten letter.
it's a typewritten letter. Telegrams are very specifically laid out. Namely, they have no punctuation.
And that is a matchbook.
Alright, looks like I've got a matchbook for the Stumbling Tiger Bar, 10 Lantern Street, Shanghai Fun and Friends. So I guess Mr. Elias was there. And we have another one for Emerson Imports, New York, New York. For Elias Nearest.
We've got to make a read English test on it, figure out what's scribbled on the back of it.
Yes, I made it.
It's on the sheet, so.
I made it.
Okay, Silas and Kwame. It's on the back. Back.
I
Yes.
have to say,
Yes. There's
Silas and Kwame.
yes. There's a business card for Emerson Imports, and on the back of this is scribbled in pencil, the name Silas and Kwame.
I have a letter to a dear Mr. Carlyle from Jaraz, Nigeria. I am informed that you seek certain knowledge of our land and can perhaps aid you in this. I am in my possession of singular curios which I most happily believe of interest. These I willingly send for your consideration at a price that can be agreed on. Naturally, they are ancient and must command a sum. I will arrange matters to your satisfaction when your agent calls at my shop in the Street of Jackals in the Old Quarter. Till then, I remain your humble servant.
Alright, we need different bags for these. Let's put all the information that we've got from Elias into one bag.
Okay, so what's your
Now,
name? Ben
yes,
Walker?
and there's also a photograph which you have failed to describe in any detail yet, or indeed examine more than briefly.
There's a boat.
Alright, then. We have a steamboat in some kind of harbour. From looks of it, there's a Chinese junk in the background, so to speak.
Yes, the photo is not particularly clear, and indeed only a few letters of the ship's name can be made out.
CAP. Hang on. I think I know that harbour. Sorry.
It's possible.
Yeah, no, because that's the British consulate office right there. This is, Shanghai Harbour.
Correct.
Because that's the British consulate office right there. Crap! Yet another strange and esoteric piece of knowledge that Alice has.
It's the only letters on
That's
the...
Shanghai Harbour right there, because that's the British consulate.
Holy shit, where did you get here, Aldous?
Sorry.
Well, you come to report on McGinty's well-being, I presume.
Mr. McGinty's going to pull through.
Right,
Of course
yes.
he's going to pull through.
Is it, you can't, it's difficult
No,
to...
as in, I think that little librarian that he's been seeing doesn't want to go down to the hospital. He's getting kind of fresh with the nurses. As in, I'm not sure he should be being quite that fresh with the nurses, as he'll pop his stitches.
I'm goddamn impressed.
Oh no, you're a pop more stitches!
I am impressed that a man that was shot in the back with a shotgun is able to work on his back in the hospital.
I didn't say he was on his back.
I'm on top or nothing at all.
Anyway, yes,
The man is a force of nature.
the only letters that are legible on the photograph of the yacht are the first three, which are D, A, and R.
Sorry, what's the idea?
So it's the dapper asshole.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just like football.
Have a listen to this.
That's not a D.
It's a C.
Oh no, that is a D.
Alright. Things that we can action right now, places we can go to. Well, tonight, I want to check out this Cult of Darkness. What?
And of course, there's the cults you took me to take alive.
Yes, that's right. Byron Timbers. Let's begin.
Rightio.
Have you got the 1920s book over there, Ian? Why do you always leave it in your car?
There's a lot of other stuff to bring in as well.
But you
Anyway.
know I'm going to ask for it at some
Yes.
point.
Make some plans about how you're going to interrogate your captive.
Okay. Well, here's
Well-
what I recommend.
I could always take off my shirt.
That's true. We can get music and go.
We could ask him questions.
That would
Maybe
be
we
we
could
could
threaten
just
him
switch
to
it out
die.
for one of the appearance 9 or 8 people.
And then visit her.
Yes.
There are some things that man just simply was not meant to know.
Oh,
and,
the gods are
we're not talking about Cthulhu mythos. That's easy. You can survive that easy. But knowing precisely what it is that Professor Einstein leaves under her garments, there's an instant trip to the funny farm right there.
In any case,
D100 sun loss.
D100, try a D1000. I'd rather face Great Cthulhu himself than see
we
that.
need to be aware. We need to be aware that this guy could have magical powers.
Yes, he could.
So that's why I need someone with a gun trained on him at all moments. Anytime he starts talking funny, we shoot.
What happens if he doesn't speak English?
Well, then we shoot him anyway, because he's useless to us.
Yeah.
Good point.
So now that we've finished plotting the premeditated murder of our captive,
Absolutely do.
Yeah, civil rights, what are they?
it's the 1920s. Civil rights, what are they?
But also Oni.
Yes.
Don't worry, we're from the government.
Who if Rondale has anything to do with it, will indeed be a law unto themselves. And
Why
of course,
not? It's kept me alive so far.
And of course, there was Governor McGinty's plans to travel back in time and assassinate everybody at the signing of the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah, but that didn't really get off the ground. He realized that they weren't all that bad guys.
Yeah, after all, they hated English too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's probably the only thing that stopped them, frankly. Anyway, yes.
Oh, you're not done.
The captured cultist is currently your prisoner in the Oni bunker under New York, which itself was captured by these agents from another group of cultists, then sterilised with flamethrowers before they moved in.
Speaking of flamethrowers, I'd like to requisition one.
What for?
Just in case.
Yeah,
Recreational purposes.
cause.
For birthdays.
Uh-huh. Well, they'll see if they've got any free, shall they? Shall we?
I advise them that it's likely crucial for our next stage in the investigation.
What, the interrogation?
Yeah. Because I'm sure plenty of cultists have been threatened with a gun before. I've never seen anyone stand up to next to a flamethrower.
I should poke it with the end of it to set on fire.
Yeah, there's that sort of that visceral fear of burning alive that's ingrained in the human psyche.
Just in case you're a witch.
Hang on, just a question. Have they unhog tied him, have they?
No.
Ah, excellent.
We just wandered in and hung him on a clothing hook.
By his thumbs.
No, he needs to be able to concentrate on the flamethrower.
We just hung the rope over a clothing hook in the room and left him there.
Uh-huh. Okay.
They didn't say they hung him there right side up.
No, it needs to be right side up so he's face height when I slap him in the face.
Yeah,
you can turkey
you
slap
flip
him.
him around once you're ready to interrogate him, but if you're just putting him on storage, you flip him upside down.
Turkey slap him. They'll get attention. Release the turkeys.
That's it. We now need to buy some
You're left in a
turkeys.
room with 50
We need to buy a turkey
50
farm.
turkeys for a couple of hours.
In bright coloured clothing.
Yes. So,
we all heard the story before.
well, the internet has not heard the story about how you were pursued round and round a steakhouse yard by a turkey,
Yeah, well,
and eventually took refuge on a table.
didn't help.
I'm sorry. Was the turkey being chased, or was the turkey doing the chasing?
The turkey was doing the chasing.
No, I'm fairly certain the turkey was being chased.
Was this McGeehan or
This
Ian?
was McGinty, after all.
No, this was Ian.
Oh, this was just Ian.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, then definitely the turkey was the one being chased.
Do we have any gooses left?
Wouldn't have been chased if you caught it.
Do we have any gooses left?
Yeah, a few.
There should be a couple of the geese, but they're up in Arkham. This is New York.
Damn, that's right. Okay. Are there any chicken yards nearby?
This is New York.
We can get some-
Okay, not as many as they would have been in the past. This is, after all, the 20th century.
Bing
so-
bong.
Yes.
Bing bong.
What?
I'm assuming there's some kind of door buzzer at the front of this friggin' building.
Bell?
Which one?
The bunker?
Yeah. There's got to be something to get communicated downstairs.
Yeah, it's a big, heavy thing. If you're strong enough to lift it, we know you're dangerous.
It's like the key to the Fortress of Solitude.
Well, we've got 2 armed guards at the front.
Yes. Anyway, apparently a gentleman in his 30s with a bulldog has come to the gates of the officer naval intelligence bunker.
What the fuck?
Yes. He looks a bit puzzled to be there too. He's taking an address he's been given. He's got a bulldog with him, as previously mentioned.
How's things
I'll
bigger?
ask one of the guards to check the bit of paper he's been checking and see what's written on it.
Well, this is apparently the correct address.
Okay.
Is there anything else written on that piece of paper?
Is there?
Yeah.
What?
McGinty. It's McGinty. Go to this address. They'll employ you for a little while. And it comes with a trip around the world.
The fuck?
Yes, apparently this gentleman.
McGinty's been hiring people again.
Yes, apparently this gentleman has been dispatched to the Oni bunker on the promise of free world travel.
Just give me a second. Operator, please direct me to Arkham.
Who you want to get?
McGinty!
McGinty's currently at the Mayo Clinic.
Okay then, take me to the Mayo Clinic. I'd like to speak to one of your patients. Mr.
Yes.
Governor McGinty.
And who is this?
This is Paul Rondale.
Yes, we have you on the list. Yes.
May I speak with him?
He's currently recuperating.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to be rather insistent, man.
Very well. I'll see if he's awake.
Sarah, do you have any petroleum jelly?
Oh, too short, too short.
Yes, bling, 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 bling.
What? Hey, I just went to start stroking with Shillelagh. What's up?
From words I never wanted to hear from your mouth, McGinty.
Okay.
Right, why is there a man
A
man
dog with
outside the front
exceptionally
of
large
second
balls.
base with spectacularly large balls? The dog,
Yes, sir,
not
too,
the,
eh? That was awesome.
the dog, not the man.
You haven't even heard the name yet. You're going to love it. Anyway, no, this is a person. Okay, I knew his uncle. His uncle's got a lot of money, which is very important, right? And he's basically been paying for this bludgeon little turd to basically go to uni for at least 10 years now.
Yeah, I'm missing the point where you...
He's a little smart horse,
Yeah.
and he wants to see the world.
Don't think it's
And I'm not coming with you around the world because I'm busy here. So I've sent him to take my place in lieu because he's smarter than me, but he's not better than me.
Okay, so... You want me to give this guy a job in the Office of Naval Intelligence, even though he's a worthless
I got
labor.
your job as a mechanic,
That was a cover.
and you got paid for it.
Alright. But if shit goes down, I am not taking responsibility for this guy.
Oh, I see that work to me.
Alright, McGinty, I'll take your word for it, and try not to sexually assault too many of the nurses.
Oh, only the...
Yes, what would his fiancé think?
What assault? He's a man of power now. Power is a powerful aphrodisiac.
Well, frankly, the sooner she realizes what she's in for, the better.
Although apparently loneliness is a stronger one. There's no aphrodisiac like loneliness.
Well, in any case, what's this guy's name?
Yes, what, the
Byron Timmons.
yes, the gentleman, the guards at the door informed me that apparently his name was Byron Timmons.
Byron Timmons.
Yes.
I know him.
Well, you make a knowledge check.
Yes?
Timmons was one of the other members of the order, the Hermetic Order of the Silver Twilight. One of the business men that McGinty has been associating with during his rise to the governorship, and what a shame half of them turned out to be Cthulhu cultists.
Alright, well, we'll have to keep an eye on this. Byron?
Yes, Byron Timmons, yes. He may well indeed be a cult plant.
Right, well, anyway, so make sure that guns are trained on him, and if something bad happens to him, things happen. Hello, Byron.
Evening, sir.
I'm Paul Rondale.
No, McGinty told me to come see you. For a job.
Alright then. What are you good for?
For some reason, the man you come to see is wearing a leather apron and rubber gloves.
So it's that bad here.
An 8, a 7, a 5, and a 3. He was drowned at
I
birth.
studied archaeology and a few languages. I basically studied pretty much everything at uni.
What languages do you speak?
English, Latin, and French.
Alright then. Okay. I think we might have a work for you as some translators.
Okay. What's the pay?
What's the pay? What's the pay?
Basically, you and Mr. McGinty just pay me whenever you pay me.
Well, it'll be forthcoming depending on what you come up against.
Right. We're expecting much?
About, what's the normal wage?
I get 2 grand.
50 a week,
50 a week.
or less. No, 20, or maybe 20 a week.
I get
$30 a week.
I get 2 grand.
Balzac, friend.
I would really like to see that dog of yours go against my friend's Rich Wolfhound.
Yeah, Paddy's all town, yeah. No, they're friends. They're both good dogs.
I'm saying that just looks like a
Growler
mighty big
likes
target
it.
for Growler.
That's probably why he's friends.
Oh, God.
Alright
We
then.
already knew that McGinty was a pervert, but why does his dog have to be a pervert as well?
Not just a pervert, but gay.
Now, would it be at all a good idea to expose the new PC to our interrogation tactics?
Well, if you like an idea, check to see whether it is.
I just made one.
It's not.
No, it is not.
It's like flossing your teeth with a guitar string. It's a bad idea.
It's fun at first, once you get in there. Once you start moving it, not bad.
Alright then. Well, let's go down.
Do I wait here?
Incidentally, Timmons, you just recognise somebody else here in the bunker. One of your professors.
Oh god,
This is a, I'm working for free.
You don't.
It's one of my
Extra
training.
credit?
Extra credit, yes, extra credit.
Right.
What happened?
He rolled 3 6 to appearance.
Make a new character.
Yes. To replace
So
Albus.
you got... Is that better than Elvis?
It's perfect.
So you're the most beautiful cripple?
You have a
Round
waif,
the ass with a bird.
so you got an ethereal beauty and blown away by a light breeze.
The thing is, he's actually a little portly.
Oh dear.
But for some reason, he just seems regal, almost royal.
The most beautiful man in the universe.
Wow, it sure is meat shields in here.
I do know him, don't I?
Yes,
Oh
you
yeah,
okay.
one of your worst students. Well, actually, one of your best. Well,
He's
yes.
one of your most dedicated students that he's been at university for 10 years now.
Very dedicated to remaining a student.
Put it
That's
this
why I'm
way.
working for free.
You suspect this guy is extremely intelligent. You also know that he's smart enough not to know, let other people know how smart he is.
Yes.
How long have you been around Harvard University?
Probably longer than you, actually.
3.5 years.
You fibber. You lying liar.
Bullshit.
No, I'll
How
be
long
finishing at the end of this
is
year.
Einstein?
20s.
Byron, the staff refer
He's
to
older
you
than
as
you.
Byron Herpes because you're impossible to get rid of.
And I carry a lot of luggage. I don't know.
Oh, priceless.
Fine, I've been there for 10 years.
You would have either graduated at least twice or been gross failed by now.
I rolled a 17 for education.
I've actually
That's 20.
3 times I've graduated.
You've graduated
not
3
bad.
times.
Yeah.
But he keeps starting new
What'd
courses.
you get on intelligence?
I see. Is he
16?
actually smart or?
Yeah, he's actually
What do you get on power?
quite bright.
14.
You've got a wizard in the making.
Especially since he's only got a strength of 11.
Okay. On a scale of 3 to 18, we could, if you're assigning intelligence in a numerical fashion, Brian Timmins here would have intelligence 17.
He's smarter than you. Way smarter.
He knows how to game the university system, so they never actually graduate him completely or kick him out.
He's just as smart as Agent Benson.
He's 1 point smarter than Rondale. Unfortunately, Rondale's a grand sight better at, well, shooty stuff.
Oh, I was in the rifle club.
Bullshit.
No,
How long?
a few years.
25 extra percentage points, apparently.
I can shoot quite straight.
He's actually better at it than Johnson, because Johnson has no training with mathematics.
In any case, down in the interrogation chamber.
Yes, where the captured colonist is gently swinging backwards and forwards on his hook.
The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind.
I go give it a poke so he swings a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
The end of the flame
Yeah,
drive.
he starts swinging around till his face is towards you, looks at the, notices a flamethrower and a little pilot light pointed at him. He doesn't seem particularly frightened or impressed.
Hi.
Who's Hosh and Kosh? The mark on his forehead where I gunned him.
Oh.
Why would you carve that in your own forehead? He's insane, is he?
Like this guy
Who let you into the interrogation chamber?
Behind him.
Yes,
No!
Actually,
Out!
that dog could be...
Excuse
that
me,
dog
sir,
could be
but
useful.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to insist
Actually,
that
that
you
dog
leave.
could be useful.
How strong are you again?
Not more than a dog. Not more than a flamethrower.
or the
Aldous?
bucket of soapy frogs.
Aldous' strength 17.
Yeah, not picking me up.
Size 17.
You're not still picking me up. Okay, I'll move along. It's alright. Calm down.
Hang on.
Stop.
Size 17.
Yeah?
15 strength. I'll move along.
Yes, so that's the yes. So he seems entirely unimpressed by the flamethrower, and he regards the two of you with complete contempt.
Why were you in Elias's apartment? Why did you kill him?
He refuses to answer, just merely sneers at you.
What is your favourite
Stop just shriveling bits.
Give him a first.
Huh?
Aside. No, not at him. I can put it this
Possibly
way.
catching a shoelace on fire.
You can either leave this cell and go into protected custody, or you can burn it.
He laughs at you. He actually does actually laugh at apparently what he thinks is a hilarious attempt at a threat, or possibly he thinks that the chances of you protecting him if he should betray his fellow cult members is so ridiculous as to drive him to hilarity. Okay, what did you just stab him with?
My knife.
Oh yeah, roll damage.
Yeah, that's 10 damage.
Rightio. That is quite a serious injury he's got there. Extremely serious, in fact. So, yeah. The blood loss, in fact, is enough to make him pass out before we can actually staunch the bleeding.
Oh well, burn the corpse. Good man.
He passed out or dead?
Passed out.
Oh no, but just
What?
passed out.
Yeah, hang on.
It's only a little bit on fire.
It's still good.
Get a bucket of water.
First aid. Yep.
Rightio.
And is it D3?
Believe so, yes.
Okay, 2 hit points back.
Rightio. His skin has taken on a rather unhealthy greyish pallor. That's probably down to the blood loss. By the time you snap him around enough to bring him round.
That was your first and last chance. Next time we're burning. Now just tell us the answer to the question why you were in that apartment.
Yes.
Or you're going to see what's on the great beyond.
With that, he gets almost, with that phrase, he gets an almost ecstatic a vision of religious ecstasy, and says with a heavily accented voice, "I know what waits for me on the other side," grins hugely, and then bites off his own tongue, and then spits it at your feet. Sanity test.
Soldier.
Yes, he just bit off his own tongue and spat it at you. You're not a soldier, you make a sanity test.
Soldier. I don't know why that would bother me.
Soldier.
Yeah, it's not 100, I succeed.
Drhoz.
Yeah, I succeed.
Alright, no loss then.
It's body horror.
I'm pretty sure. Are you in the room? You are in the room, aren't you?
You know how to summon anything that
I'll
eats souls?
Yeah.
No, he's making sure you don't come back
Yeah, that's what I was
in.
gonna say.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure I've seen you around before.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, wait, hang
I'm
on.
normally protecting Governor
Shribbling.
McGinty.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I'm using shribbling on it.
I saw you
Alright.
at the clubhouse. I was there on like a visitor's night. My uncle brought me in at the Silver Twilight.
Yeah, I'm usually sitting outside waiting.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I saw you eating a
All
whole
right.
plate of hors d'oeuvres.
Drhoz, that's power 16 with a roll of 47
Yep.
versus his power.
Man gets hungry waiting that long.
Oh, I understand. I tend to get a bit
Yeah,
bored of those
okay.
meetings. I
Yes,
myself
he
tend to prefer
here's-
sitting outside. You probably would have saw me smoking.
he
Shut up.
we're not trying to record here.
Shut up.
Okay, he inhales sharply, drawing blood into his own lungs, and then the magic hits him, and he starts to spasm and kick about and twist up like a bacon rind on the griddle hanging from the hook in the middle of the interrogation room. By the time he's finished, how many points did you put in it?
3.
Okay. By the time he's finished spasming and kicking and swinging around wildly, his eyes are shrunken back into his head, his skin is shriveled back and split in places, and his spine is bent like a bow. He is, of course, quite dead.
Excellent. So, how sorcerers get that way?
Yes, he also bit off his own tongue and then inhaled it.
Oh, yeah.
The blood, so...
So,
But apart from all that, he was okay.
You know you need to dirt the people who are sorcerers better than you, right?
Well, first you knifed him, then he bit off his own tongue and inhaled the blood, then you shriveled him.
okay.
And of course,
And he was lightly toasted in the
yes,
What was his power?
not very high. So his power was only 8.
Damn. I wanted to try to get some more power.
if his
So do
power
I.
side
It's hard
was
finding
up.
people that beat me.
If a person's quite a good sorcerer and you cast spells against them successfully, there's a slight chance that you go up in power.
Yes, by exercising your will against other people's wills, for example, using spells like I think Dominate and Shriveling, you can actually improve your own power. By exercising your own force of personality.
I've got
Yes,
I did it 3 times.
yes, you did.
Well, Agent, if you please.
Yes, the
That actually smells pretty good.
yes, all the bacon reference earlier is entirely apt as the cultist goes up in flames.
There seems to be smoke coming from the door behind you, and it smells quite bad. And aren't we underground?
Yeah, there's ventilation. Yes. Yes, they had
Turn the
to,
fan on.
you had to put the ventilation in after the discovery of that bioweapons lab and so forth, but yeah.
Seems to be today's theme.
All right then. Get the boys into
McGinty's
bags,
sock drawer or
body,
the
and
one
chuck
in
it in the
here?
Hudson.
McGinty's sock drawer or the one in here?
No, there wasn't the bioweapons
Actually,
lab
that's the
here
problem with
in the bunker.
interrogating
So.
someone in New York. We just don't have the facilities that we have in Arkham.
So yes. Well, yeah, the Timmins here does notice the smoke and the bacon smell wafting out of the room as you come out.
Well, even if we didn't learn all that much, at least learn something about our enemy.
Yes, that they're willing to bite off their own tongues rather than betray their fellows. And they've got apparently strong enough religious beliefs to enable this.
Right, we need something that traps or eats souls. 'Cause that's a credible threat to them.
I don't have anything like that. All I've got is bullets that shoot things. That works pretty well. Sorry, guns that shoot bullets.
We should ask
And
McGinty.
occasionally fire.
We should ask McGinty before we leave.
No, that's a bad idea.
Well, Timmons,
So,
how would you
yes.
like to go to a play?
Oh. When are we leaving?
Tonight.
What's it called?
It's called The Cult of Darkness in Polynesia in the Southwest Pacific.
Yeah. What's the uni doing it?
No, it's in Shula Hall in New York.
Wow, that's kind of
It's a lecture.
wordy.
Oh, it's a lecture. I'm used to them. Righto.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
For a nap.
Exactly, yes, it's your best sleeping time all day.
If it wasn't lead in occult investigation, I'd avoid it. It sounds lowbrow and dodgy.
What occult investigation?
The one that we are currently engaged with.
See, just when I thought...
You know, no offense, Miss Einstein, but in some ways you were the dumbest smart person I know.
I'm beginning to understand why you didn't graduate from university with people like this around.
She's a fine teacher. She doesn't pay attention at all. I quite enjoy a nice little nap at the back there. And then I wake up going, physics! And she goes, yes.
And some part of him, Rondale absolutely despises this man because he is frittering away everything that he's ever wanted. But then on the other hand, he's pissing off Einstein. So
Yeah, that's what's about
he's reconciling that.
Although after this particular performance, it's likely that he's going to be out of the university at the end of this year.
People,
I'm going to shoot him in a minute.
The physics is a minor one. I didn't sleep through it. I'm sorry.
for people who are listening at home, we do not in
might
fact
graduate
hate
you
Einstein's
despite
player, just
You
the
might
person that
graduate you
he's
despite
playing
you.
as.
Yeah, but I just fell on another class.
He is a good mate of ours. Although he may wonder that
Yes, because you might
sometimes.
know what the rest of the teachers are doing.
Particularly when I'm playing this character.
I'd go to a different uni.
Yes, that would. I'm sure that your student record would impress them.
Well, he's very dedicated.
Might impress the bursar after you've been paying full university fees for 10 years.
Hey.
Hey, HR loves him.
You can certainly head over to Shula Hall to investigate this particular lecture that's been advertised in this flyer that you recovered to discover, unfortunately, that that wasn't for this night.
Damn.
Yes, you've missed. It was last night's.
So what, no show?
No show, but that's alright. I just need to find out where this guy is staying.
Probably the back of
Already
the
back in
plane.
Sydney.
Professor Anthony Cowles.
Well, why don't you actually ask the person at the front door? I don't know where they're staying.
Goodness me, I was asking the door.
Okay.
Excuse me, door, have you seen a Mr. Cowles? No? It means you
you're
can't
right,
talk.
Dr. Sydney.
Did he bite his tongue off?
No, but he has apparently gone back up to Miskatonic.
That's alright, we've got something we need to see up at the Miskatonic anyway. This guy tried to pull out a book from Harvard. I want to find out what that was. But before we
Now
go,
we're going
The
back to
library.
university.
So many romances.
we need to go check out Emerson Imports and this new
What's Jackson
your
Elias's press card?
pass. Jackson
What school
Elias
does
press
this go to again?
I'm sorry, sir. I don't know what you're talking about.
What school did he used to go to again?
Rondale has two siblings at Harvard.
Yes, Your only problem is that his sister is currently dating the giant.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes, and indeed, Rondale's sister Scout is indeed dating Aldous Quinn.
I knew I saw you somewhere. Where? At the library at the Harvard.
I do like a good book. Probably one without too many pictures.
Anyway, for tonight, we scatter. And then in the morning, we go and see Emerson Imports.
Not a problem. Emerson Imports.
Smoke grenade and disappear
Professor?
into the night.
You're going back to Harvard. Can I get a lift?
Sorry?
You're going back to Harvard. Can I get a lift?
With your dog?
I think I've got a car, haven't I? So I can.
I'll pay for a taxi for you.
No, I can give him a lift.
From here to fucking Harvard?
Yeah?
It's 2 hours.
Yeah?
From New York to Harvard.
You are feeling generous tonight.
I'll give you a lift. Just make sure your dog is properly.
In actuality, Aldous simply doesn't want this bastard saying where else he's seen Aldous around the campus.
Yeah, and what he's been doing. Why are there 4 feet sticking out behind that curtain?
Man, he must really like books. Thunk, thunk, thunk. He must be pretty angry with it.
Anyway, yes. You can... Yes, we're getting that expression from Rondale over here.
Anyway, to Emerson Imports, where we can discover things about the Cthulhu mythos.
Yes, and you can make some slightly aggrieved phone calls to your sister later on. What have you been doing?
You know that. I love you.
There's these flapper girls, they're all like this. Anyway, yes. Emerson Imports is on the wharfs on the Hudson River opposite Weehawken.
Oh, Weehawken.
Two little Larry Fuddle.
Hey, how you going?
Yes.
How you doing, Weehawken?
From the outside at least, it looks like an entirely ordinary import business.
I'm sure it's entirely ordinary. Let's go inside.
There's business going on. There's a few office workers. The storesmen bringing crates in from the docks and stacking them up. Other crates are being unloaded and dispatched to various clients around the US. Busy.
Mm-hmm. All right, then. Excuse me. Ma'am?
Yes?
Was there a Jackson Alliance customer of yours?
I don't believe he's a customer, but Mr. Elias, you say?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, he was actually in yesterday. He talked to the boss, Mr. Emerson.
May I speak with him, ma'am?
Oh, I'll see if he's free, if you like.
Please.
The gentleman that comes through and looks at the 5 of you with some curiosity.
6.
Yes, and the dog, so yes. My God, the freightage charge on those alone!
Yeah, he dusts the floor when he walks around.
Yes.
So what is it? We're both size 17, and your strength what?
15.
And I'm 17. You're con what?
14.
I'm 16. So, we're both massive individuals.
It's like we've got an impromptu
You're a
body
little bit more
contest.
impressive, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not a lot. But
Well, I'm also... What's your appearance?
16.
He's actually better looking than me.
Yep.
Alright, so what we've got here is we've got 2 bodybuilders, 2 G-men, and a basketball.
And a bulldog.
And a bulldog.
2 bulldogs.
Sorry. 2 bodybuilders, 2 G-men, the Great Pumpkin, and Snoopy.
Anyway, having a look at this,
All we need now is a bulldog start eating bees. Hey,
Mr. Emerson looks at the 6 of you and says, I'm not sure all of you are going to fit in my office.
That's alright, we'll just have the people that matters.
I'll wait outside.
Well, the other 3 of you can stand around watching the busy New York business and listen to the traffic on the river going toot.
And then... What was that?
I hate New York.
Yes.
The ones that matter went in, the G-men and the Bulldogs.
Nothing but bad memories here.
Yes, and you can watch the snow falling gently on the city from the dismally grey winter skies.
You have a Twitch contest with the bulldog's testicles.
how so apart, really?
And probably him too.
Do you mind if we just walk around a little bit? Stay out of the way.
I wouldn't
Give the dog a
recommend it
walk.
in this neighbourhood. I really wouldn't. Somebody might recognise me.
Hello, how are you?
Over there.
I wouldn't reckon.
Right out in the open.
I wouldn't.
In the middle of the room.
Yeah. Well, yes, you can do that. The weather is freezing, however, so unless your dog is booties, he's going to get cold feet pretty quickly.
He's got shrinkage. They're only half the size of a pineapple.
Mr. Emerson.
Yes, and you would be.
I'm Agent Johnson. This is Agent Johnson. I'm Agent Rondale.
We're
so generic.
When you're giving false names, it's important not to give each other's name. I mean, you learned that lesson last when Samuel Centurio gave McGinty's name as a false name and address.
Did someone actually do that?
Yes, he did.
One of the PCs gave McGinty's name and address as a false
50
name.
cents.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear.
Is that guy mute?
No.
This is not interrupt properly. Yes, so what's it about? How can I help you folks?
Well, sir, I'm afraid that what is your relationship with Mr. Jackson Elias?
Elias, he's that writer fellow, isn't he?
That's correct.
Yeah, he was in here yesterday. What's up?
What was he in here for, sir?
Is this important?
Sir, I regret to inform you that Mr. Elias is dead.
Emerson, make a psychology check.
Nope.
Mm-hmm. But Emerson seems genuinely shocked.
I'm trying to find psychology. No training in that.
Yes.
Not unless I'm allowed to roll, one of the...
No, never mind then. So yes, he seems genuinely shocked by this. That's terrible. How did he die?
He was stabbed to death, sir.
Oh. Well, was it one of these? Wasn't one of those smokes up in Harlem or something? I told her that New York's getting pretty bad these days. So.
Sir, I'm afraid here we're asking the questions. Why was Mr. Elias here?
Oh, we was asking you about some of the people we import from.
And who were you importing?
This isn't going to get me in trouble or anything. I mean,
So right now we're looking for who murdered Mr. Elias. And if we find out that you're withheld information from us,
I see.
Then we'll have the entire organisation here.
Well, you want? Well, make a persuade test. Or law, if you want to get.
Lower is slightly better.
Could have very well, did it?
Oh, look, the local dog's had kidney trouble.
I managed to get on persuade.
Okay. He wanted to know who we import from Mombasa.
Mombasa?
Yes, it's in Kenya.
Exactly what do you import?
Well, just.
Go, sorry.
Yes, we just got to say one of our clients over there sends stuff through us here. So we've only got the one client over there, and you only get the one purchaser over here. So
And who is the purchaser?
Silas and Kwame.
Silas and Kwame?
Yes, some shop up in Harlem. I've got it here. Yeah, the Juju House. Yeah,
What do they sell?
trinkets, masks, stuffed giraffes, that sort of thing.
What would have been the synagogue?
All that sort of tribal crap you get the chicken sell to the dilettantes and whatnot. They want some big scary Negro mask up on the wall they can get it from the Juju shop. A bit of ivory. So we don't get much out of Kenya, but that's what That's what Mr. Elias wanted to know. Seemed like a nice guy. Damn shame.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
Alright, one other stop we need to make is Juju House.
I've been there.
Yeah, what'd you buy?
Elephant vest.
No, you did not get your elephant skin vest from the Juju.
Why not?
Because you're up in Harvard, you don't get into New York often.
He specifically came here looking for it.
No, I came here. Bugger wasn't around.
Well, he's looking for Silas Marasa.
Silas and Kwame.
Silas and Kwame. Alright then. Well, he's looking for someone making these imports to the Juju house, so Silas and Kwame.
Uh-huh.
May be these murderers.
Alright. Murderers? No, alright. Isn't he going to get violent?
Probably.
Most murderers.
Don't worry, sir. That's why we got your dog here.
Yes, the Juju shop is apparently in Ransom Court, Harlem, so he gives directions.
I'm just going to give him a walking stick. It's always fun to beat people off.
So to speak.
Yeah.
Yes.
To the Rondellmobile!
Rondell!
Oh,
Or in the case of McGinty, asshole!
Outside the Juju house in Harlem.
I wonder what the McGinty signal would be.
well, that's easy. A bottle of gin.
And a 4-leaf closer.
Yes, that would bring him running.
No. Given that he has survived probably about an 87-leaf clover.
Holy shit, now I know what it's like when I've had 6 bottles of scotch. It's awesome!
Yes.
You don't flash a light up or anything like that. You just open a bottle of gin, and let the scent waft out into the breeze.
Instead of a big spotlight, they have a large fan that they point in vaguely one direction and waft it around the city till he shows up.
I smell alcohol, and not something that was brewed in a bathtub either.
No, hang on. Bathtub. No, not bathtub.
He triangulates using bathtub alcohol.
Oh dear. Anyway, yes, the Juju shop is number 1 Ransom Court. Well, Harlem is going through the getting into the Harlem Renaissance at the moment.
Going through. It's not there yet.
Don't worry, we're the most dangerous motherfuckers on the street right now.
Yes, Ransom Court has a dirty alley off 137th Street, east of Lenox Avenue.
Well, it's nice to know we're going to the upstanding parts of town.
Go down a dark alley. This is always a great idea.
Meet some of the places I've been. Like those rat tunnels.
What?
Giant rat tunnels.
What? Giant rat outside of a poodle?
The size of gorilla, more like.
Big rat problems in New York.
And
Obviously, insane asylum problems too.
And then there's the alligators as well.
You would think that the
Boston.
alligators in the sewers would eat the rats.
You would think so.
But given those rats, they were eating the alligators.
It's a vicious cycle.
A vicious cycle.
Anyway, yes, the Ransom Court alleyway opens into a 20-foot square courtyard. The only doors in the courtyard are those of the Juju house and what is the back door of an abandoned pawn shop, which fronts onto
No, PAWN.
138th Street. Yes, crumbling tenements surround the courtyard and many windows overlook the place.
Have you said you had a lot of enemies?
It makes a valid point. I don't like the look of this.
Neither do I.
I think we should intrepidly confront the danger.
Good idea.
Take some dynamite, just in case.
Professor Einstein, would you care to join me?
Quite happy to go in one of those windows and cover you.
Always.
Very well.
I have a problem.
What's that?
I cannot spend all my occupation points.
Okay.
How's that?
I'll just.
I can take all my skills to 100 and still have occupation points left over.
Which check is this?
Kevin's?
Mr. Rondell,
yes.
would you like me to take
Well,
go
no, it's cool then.
to a window with
I
a
can't.
rifle?
I'm letting you have one as well.
Oh, good. Okay.
Stay in the alley.
But I have to take the other
Getting
side
loud,
first?
come in.
But I'd be safer in one of the windows to actually cover you in this area.
Alright.
Yeah, that makes
Make
sense.
sure you got some noisy shit behind it. Knock out a lock with a side.
It does mean that I'll have a credit rating of 100.
Daniel.
Okay, in what town?
Everywhere!
Everywhere. Credit rating goes with you, not with...
I'd be surprised, but yeah. I mean, they don't recognise who the hell you are. That is
Drhoz, either it says credit rating town or it
It says
doesn't.
credit rating, yeah.
That's what you ring up and say, this is my banker. There you go.
Yes, you send a telegram, you wire the money.
Hang on. I go to the pawn shop window with a broken down pawn shop, whatever it is.
Yep.
You open the door for me with a
It's
nice
padlocked.
little pop. Yeah, that's why you just shut it off.
Okay.
No!
You said he silenced it off.
You don't shoot off locks. You knife them open. You break them open. You do not shoot them.
Not with all these windows overlooking the court.
That and the fact it won't fucking work.
Yeah. You can't
Considered
actually...
knocking
It
on
takes
the door.
a specialised form of solid slug shotgun round to actually shoot off a lock.
Have you
bird shot.
considered knocking on the door?
No.
Breaching rounds.
Yeah, it takes a specific type of... Yeah, a breacher round.
Okay, no, I'll take it.
It's broad bloody daylight.
Yes, I know, but...
It's a shop. Why don't we just knock on the door? It may not even be...
It's an abandoned shop.
There's a juju shop, which is one doorway off the courtyard, and there's the other doorway, which is the abandoned pawn shop.
Okay.
They apparently want to try and
They
break
want to
into the
break
pawn
into
shop.
it in the middle of the day.
Yes.
This is not...
I had been under the assumption we were in the bad part of town where this shit happens and we lock the door.
I find it, look, I'm just going to stand in the
You know,
corridor
there's
and play
actually
here.
another way of getting into that shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, find out who owns it. Find out who's selling it. Just buy it!
I'm
Or at
just
least
gonna,
offer to buy it.
I'm just going to go into this juju shop. That's it.
Rightio.
I'll just wait out here then.
The
The
juju
beginning
shop,
method of gaining access to properties.
the juju shop
Buy that.
frontage consists of a display window and a glass door. Both are curtained, so the interior of the shop cannot be seen from outside. In the display window are pieces of African art, and there's a sign on the door advertising the shop hours, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m, closed only on Sundays.
Is it open?
Yes, these opening hours.
Cool. Cool. We'll go in. Flashlight. Take a look inside.
Ding! The light is on.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yes, you don't need to go into a shop with a flashlight, so... Yes,
Be an interesting store.
yes. The shop interior is a mere 15 by 20 feet, a single room, and there's only one other person behind it. Elderly, easily in his 70s, African man, with white hair, glasses, and sitting behind the little counter. The place is dirty, dusty, and piled with African tribal artifacts and bric-a-brac. Devil masks, leather-headed drums, stuffed giraffes, carved wildebeests, dull hand weapons intended for display, ivory warthogs, and so on.
Drhoz, I do not like the way that you are clutching those insanity cards.
Yes, the shop has an oppressive and uneasy feel to it. That just could be because it's so damn crowded in here.
I don't like the way that we keep getting given specific dimensions for the room.
How, is it actually crowded?
It's pretty much piled to the ceiling in places, so yes.
Oh, with junk rather than people.
Yeah, so
one person
the
here,
only other person here is the proprietor, presumably Silas and Kwame.
Excuse me, sir. Are you Mr. Silas and Kwame?
That's me. Yes, how can I help you folks?
Mr. Sir, I understand that you've got quite a few exotic imports.
He looks quite proudly. Yes, we import the best range of African artifacts in whole New York State. That's him there.
Yep, that's him.
Yes, he's 73.
I have seen that guy before. They based his appearance off an actor.
Quite probably. Anyway, yes, so that is him. This is the juju shop.
Okay.
I had another dice here. What happened to it?
I probably just rolled off.
Oh, no, here it is. Right.
Right in front of them.
Yes.
Hiding in plain sight.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Gamer edition.
Purloined like
Have you seen a Mr. Jackson Elias?
He looks a bit puzzled as he talks it over. I don't believe so. Is he a collector?
Of sorts. He's an investigator.
Well, he mulls it over. No, I don't think we've had anybody like that in here.
Where's that bound notebook? Can I just quickly borrow it?
This is one of the local wildlife, the bald-headed Murray. It's now gone back to its
Joy. But
They're basically harmless.
I'm looking over the stuff he's got in the store. I've made an 05 out of 10 on my anthropology roll.
Excellent. I was hoping somebody would try and do that. Most of the, well, in fact, all of the African art in here is genuine.
Excellent. Spot hidden. I take a look.
Says do I.
Okay.
That's the bald-headed Murray, which is the 3th beard, and then this beard back to its lair.
Yes. Well, there doesn't seem to be anything remotely unusual in here, but the only thing slightly odd is the key hanging on his leather thong around his neck. So it's not a standard Gale lock or door key. So much heavier.
Is that a padlock?
Could be.
What were you about to say?
Get anything off the
I'm going to make sure I get my reference right.
No, but you could. Yes, if you want to try an occult check, anybody?
Sure.
Cult.
Well,
You know, that's the one thing Aldous never succeeds on.
Sorry, Daniel?
Yes, well, you and your dog are starting to freeze in your
Not
nuts
so
off
far
out here.
away, but I
Well, that's what I was standing out at the
Because he
time.
refuses to read those weird looking books.
We weren't going inside, we were standing
Yes.
outside.
Never gained any occult. Ever.
Nope, no occult.
I see.
Ever.
Daniel, I'll go inside when he licks himself and his tongue gets stuck to his nut.
All right.
Here, roll a d10
dear.
for how many minutes it takes.
I think quite a few of the quotes are going to be revolving around Balzac the Bulldog over the coming months.
Oh, it's an awesome name.
As many revolved around Johnson when he...
Yeah.
Oh, no, but see, now we have Johnson and Balzac. It's got to be sad.
Yes, Harry Johnson and Balzac.
Standing above the rest.
Can we play a visit to a China
Standing
shop
tall and proud.
Can we play a visit to a China shop after this?
Quite possibly. Yes. Anyway, yes. So that's the only thing that puzzles you slightly about the shop. Yeah, there's. So what can I interest you in? Stuffed giraffe.
Sir, I was
It's
wondering.
about as stuffed as it can get. It's obviously dead.
Sir, I was wondering. Have you ever seen this symbol before?
He looks at it with some interest. So just his little half moon.
That's actually a genuine Macabini tripod. Sorry.
Yes. Well spotted, sir. Indeed, it is. Specially imported for you, and discount for you for me for the discerning customer.
Oh, no, I'm just here with Mr. Rodno here.
Oh, how about you then? You clearly have.
I'm afraid, sir, I'm only here on business.
Oh,
Yes,
well,
yes, business.
that's what we're here for, business.
Buying Machiavelli trademark.
Shut up! Can you please identify this symbol?
Right, yeah, you pass across the drawing you made of the symbol carved onto Jackson Elias's forehead by the colonists. And Kwame adjusts his half-moon spectacles, peers down at the symbol with an expression of some puzzlement. And can I have a look at this for a moment, Mr.
No. Mr. Cole.
Mr. Colin? Cole, Mr. Cole. So he takes the
Calculation.
See, I told you at the time.
He takes
I could not
the
leave
notepad
it with
across to
I'm getting this
the
list.
one of the big
these,
tribal
right?
you. I
drums
told you I could
over
not
here,
leave it with you.
and
So you
compares
need
it
to write it down.
to some of the ornamentation carvings around the rim, and then gives a little shake his head, comes back.
I need to show
I'm sorry, Mr. Cole. I thought there was something like that on the South African drum we got over there, but the Rhodesian tribes have.
Does this symbol mean anything or imply anything?
It might do, but you'd need to ask the tribes, I suppose. But it could be Rhodesian.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Kwame.
Yes, not a problem. Coming in soon. We've got lots of stuff here and discounts for special customers.
If we have any further questions, we'll be back.
He looks quite disappointed he hasn't sold anything as you leave.
Okay, I'm freezing my nuts off in there, up there. But cool. How much for the mask?
Ah, yes. Well, for you, sir, I can sell that to you for $5 and have it gift wrapped and delivered to the address of your choice.
I'll bargain him down. I fail.
Genuine Macabini drive mask?
Oh, I'll take it with me.
Would you like it wrapped, sir?
No.
Right, yeah.
He is going to wear it.
He is, after all, 73 years old.
I'll get it for you. I'll get it for you. Ooh. Oh, a spear!
Yes, there are trouble spears.
I'll go a spear too. Okay, I'm done. What?
See, next time I need a Tarzan outfit, I'll come to this place. I think he's less
This
likely
is
to
awesome
forget
shop.
the
I'm going
rest
to
of
tell all my friends at the uni.
Yes, he looks very pleased by this.
How about when you go as Tarzan?
Anything
Wear
interesting
more than
here?
a metric square inch of cloth.
Well,
That's all the lady
Have you
at
got
the
anything
costume
about that
shop
guy
gave me,
with the
Mr. Rondell,
diamond
I
one?
swear. When I first went in,
That's
it
what
was
I
a
want.
costume.
Yeah.
When I first went in, she said, that's all they
he starts
have.
shuffling up around. Yes,
And insisted that I try it on to make sure it still fit.
There's a little tray of ivory miniatures and so on. So.
Tarzan.
Oh, how much for them?
Oh, that one then, wonderful workmanship, as you can see. That one's a bargain at $30.
$30?
Yes, it is.
$30?
Ivory is expensive.
I bargain him down.
Actually, no, this is the perfect
Well,
time.
for you, sir, it's a good customer, especially if you sell
I'll
it.
buy all of
It
them.
had to be.
Ah,
I'll
well,
try.
okay, and you have the entire set. You'll notice that they're all carved by the same artist. So you get something else built. So you can have the entire tray for a mere $400, sir.
$400.
It is a complete set.
What will Uncle say? Yeah, okay, here you go.
Yes, very good, sir. I will, of course, wrap them all individually.
No. Well, tray. The whole tray.
They won't be damaged knocking against each other.
They slide around in the tray.
They're on the felt line tray at the moment.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
Right, yeah, so he starts wrapping them up in tissue paper and boxing them up. Yes, I could.
He's buying things.
Are you buying?
I'm an antiquarian. This is the perfect store for me.
If you like, so I can sell you one of these genuine carved wooden display cases.
Nah, there's no room in my dorm room.
Well, that is unfortunate, sir.
What about the stuffed giraffe?
What am I going to do with a stuffed giraffe?
Well,
I've already got a problem with dog humping teddy bears. What's he going to do with that?
He wouldn't be able to reach it.
You'd still go on ankle.
That is true.
It's going to have stains all over its ankles. No, thank you.
I am getting out of here and I am going up to Harvard.
much stuff
You can
giraffe
either
you can
stay
imagine
here or you
eating,
can come with.
Huh?
So much stuffed giraffe you can imagine.
I know what we can do. We can donate it to the university.
1912 to 1934.
Exactly, I'm sure they did really well.
Daniel, how much for the stuffed giraffe? I want to donate to the university.
That was an excellent bargain. Of course, the delivery costs are a bit higher than. I'm sure that I can sell it for you $50.
See you around, Byron.
There you go.
Albus, let's go.
Have it delivered to the university with this note on it.
Very well. Any particular address at the university for the attention of?
Detention
Chancellor?
of the Chancellor here.
For the fraternity, the Amiga Mu.
Don't stick your dick out too far.
The Amiga Mu
That might get cut
Gamma.
off.
The Amiga Mu Gamma fraternity.
Yeah, sure.
I'm coming back for the important person. Pick up his dog and go back to the car.
Bye.
Yeah. I'll have those shipped up to the university within the week, sir.
Bye.
To Harvard we go.
So what did you buy apart from the giraffe?
Harvard, oh Harvard. Yes. Soon to be the recipient of a stuffed giraffe.
I just know that if I went the redneck character in this session, that man would be dead and we'd already be casing the joint.
Yes, you would be.
So you're the only black man in here then?
Yes, you would get. Yes,
There's some weird shit in here. We don't take kindly to that. The white man died because the black man was in the same area. We reckon you done. What you got to say about that?
You ain't got much to say? That's just proving you're guilty.
See, you want to talk about my racism? Whereas at least I was alluding to the kind of racism that was around.
Yes,
at
I
the time.
know.
But this is just
Cartoonish.
I think they're more prejudiced against redneck peeps than
Well, that's also a point. Yeah.
To any redneck
Yes,
hicks
they-
out there, It's true, we're very prejudiced.
Sorry to any rednecks out there.
To Arkham. Sorry, to Hunt.
Yes.
In Arkham.
Now, apart from warning the university that they have a stuffed giraffe en route,
Only warning them.
Talking about it like we have dynamite stuffed inside. Knowing McGinty, you probably would.
Yes, but that's not McGinty sending it.
now, yes,
Someone that McGinty sent us.
the
Yeah,
Wid-
it's stuff for dynamite.
yes, the Widner Library at Harvard is, of course, the destination implied in that letter you found in Elias's room, and the librarian in question is not nearly as cute as McGinty's fiancée. Is one Miriam Atwright. So, what did you want to see her about? She, after all, has no idea who you are.
She should probably know.
What's her name
the
again?
10-year
Hi, Miriam.
guy in the
Miriam
picture.
Atwright, yes. Pardon?
She should probably know, like, the 10-year guy in the picture.
Yes, that is a good point. She does, of course, know Professor Einstein, who's a regular, and she has caught Timmons here in the stacks on occasion.
Asleep.
Yes.
I'll wait out here, Mr.
Yes,
Rondell.
Or spending the week hibernating on the top shelves.
Sort of a misunderstanding between me and Mim. I'm not allowed back in anymore.
That was you.
Quiet.
You managed to get a little band from the library?
A big. The stacks. Mr. Rondell, they make the stacks. They're too close together. Accidents happen.
No, it wasn't. It was the giant bear ass.
Don't you dare. You do not get to talk about that. It was a very deeply embarrassing moment for me.
Bear ass.
Normally I'm not that clumsy.
Elvis, I'll
Yeah?
speak with you afterwards.
It was your idea.
We'll speak with you afterwards.
How lucky that you haven't learnt the spell that if looks could kill.
You're kidding? I've already got shrivel.
That is true. That is
And dominate.
yes, but they actually require talking and a certain amount of pointing as well.
Is there an actual spell that's just...
Yes.
Yes.
Excuse me.
How does it function?
There's even one where you just need to go like that and people go, whee!
Excuse me.
There is the death spell. Yes, go
Is
on.
Art right?
Yes, that's right. Yes, that's me.
I understand that a while back, about last year, you had a correspondence with Mr. Jackson Elias of the...
Elias, Jackson Elias. So what was there a date for this?
Yes, 7th of November, 1924.
Good. I'll just go through our records. Looking through the correspondence and so forth. Yes, that's right. Mr. Elias was inquiring after a book.
What book was it?
Consulting one of the inquiry ledgers. I have it here as Africa's Dark Sects, where it's recorded here as missing, I'm afraid.
At what time was it last known as being in the library?
Well, let's see. Yes. I'm sure I've got the information here somewhere.
Who was the publisher?
Yes, that's right. Yes, so it's it had actually vanished from the shelves some months previously, I'm afraid to say. I've got a note here. Alice, do you remember what happened to that Africa's Dark Sects book? Yes, I remember that. That was an odd day.
Hi, Alan.
How so?
Well, normally when books go missing, it simply may have been stolen or misplaced. If it's misplaced, it may have been put in one of the incorrect stacks or sent to one of the other ends of the library. But this case, there was a quite unspeakable odour in the collection the next day, and the book just wasn't there.
What odour?
Oh, it's not like that sulphur ointment.
So it's not like eggs.
No, that's more sort of like the sulphur ointments. You know, the
Sulphur,
they put
as in brimstone smell.
yes, that's the one.
Rotten egg.
Mm.
Makes a small sulfur.
There's probably a total coincidence. You know what those chemistry students are like.
Yeah, go to.
There are law students who go and move
Oh,
books in the
I'm talking
library,
about
so
funding.
that other people can't take them out.
Was there an investigation?
Well, we reported it as missing, of course. It's certainly we put it in a request to replace it after Mr. Elias inquired, but it's quite a rare book apparently.
Has anything come up of it?
No, I'm afraid not. But yeah, so we very we would have loved to have helped Mr. Elias. I've certainly admired all his other works.
Do you know where? Or who published these books?
Oh, right, yes. Well, let's see. I've got the records here. We transferred it to the missing books list. Where was that? Alice, could you pass me the missing books ledger seconds from the top, please? Yes, here it is. Nigel Blackwell. Yes, Africa's Dark Sex. That was 1917, apparently. So yes, quite a recent book, but limited print run.
You see a book right at the bottom of the list? I think that might be in our dorm.
Oh, right, well,
I'll make sure it comes back to you as soon as possible.
yes, please do that. After it's not done to have the students wander off with our books and never return them.
Heaven forbid.
Is the list arranged by order they disappeared or alphabetically?
Date.
Date. Well, the bottom of the list would be oldest or newest?
Most recent.
Most recent.
Thank you very much, Miss Artwright.
You're welcome.
Drhoz,
Yes.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a scholarly research into that book and where it's cited or referred to in other volumes, and see what I can piece together about its contents that way.
Certainly.
It'll take a while, but it's the sort of thing I'm good at.
Sure.
Do you like a hand? I'm quite good in the library.
Yes, I could do with an assistant.
Take a look at
Well, give me extra credit.
Yes.
I'm going to take a look at where the book was stored. See if I can see any signs of any crime. Maybe a symbol carved into something, or anything that could give them away.
Over a year away, but yeah, sure.
Well, not really a year. 6 months. At most.
It might be sitting there on the shelf, so you never know.
He sent the letter last year, and the book vanished a few months before that, so...
Okay, yeah. That's 10 on library use.
Ah, yes. I better make a library use roll as well. Oh, I succeeded. What a surprise. Not as if it's an 89 skill or anything like that.
Yeah, what do you want to know? Oh yes, spot hidden, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, no sign of any symbols carved on the floor or anything like that.
Okay. Well, that's it.
Now, if you would care to do a...
Library use?
that would certainly help, yes.
I did one. I passed. You did one. You
And I
passed.
did one and I
Mine,
passed.
I
Yes.
passed.
Rightio.
Then we have 2 passes on that.
I did one. I passed.
It may take you all day to do, but...
At least, but that's fine.
Well, if it's going to take me all day, I'm afraid I can't wait that long. I've got to go track down this Anthony Cowles before he disappears.
Ah, fair enough.
Now, was he in Miskatonic or...
Miskatonic, yes.
Okay. I've got to get going.
See,
I thought I would help the professor.
No, I understand that. You
I'm
do
pressed
what
for
you
time, I'll just Google it.
Aldous, we're going to the Miskatonic.
Very well, Mr. Rondo.
they're leaving the professor and the professional student here to search the stacks.
Einstein decided she'd Google it.
Mr. Rondo, to explain the situation.
Johnson in the back. Continue.
It was a harmless little prank. She wanted me to wear the Tarzan outfit again, and it fell off.
Aldous, you know that I have said to you that I will accept you dating my sister. If I'm to understand that you are making a dishonest woman out of her.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not, Mr. Ronda. Honestly, she wanted me to wear Tarzan outfit again for some reason, for some sort of prank. But then it fell off in the library. It got caught on one of her books.
Got caught in the box. It got caught on her box.
On one of the books.
Yeah, gone bad.
Mr. Rondell, sir, I would never do anything of such a nature. In fact, she's been pretending to be mad at me for the last 2 weeks. So that way, the story around the university is that I was having a bit of a fling with another girl, unnamed, unidentified. It certainly wasn't with her. When we're gonna make up, I'm gonna make amends, I'm gonna take her someplace nice. So that way her reputation is still solid.
Have you ever heard the truism that it's the cover-up that causes the most problems?
Yes.
Well, there wasn't much cover up in the first game.
This is the problem.
This is true, yes.
But I swear to you, Mr. Rondell, nothing untoward has happened between myself and your sister.
Apart from the fact that she's seen you naked now.
Yes, she was suitably scandalised by that.
And don't forget,
She was beat red, I tell you.
Thank you, Aldous. I do not want to know how my sister reacted when she saw your junk.
It was an honest mistake, Mr. Rondell.
Let's
Those stacks are just too close together.
Let's just drop this.
Roll psychology to spot lying.
I'm not lying.
Exactly. But does he know this?
He doesn't know.
You'll have to see what Scout says and see how the stories compare.
Okay. Fortunately, I know. I rolled a 1. I believe his story.
Good to know. He told you to stay back there!
I'm in book.
I can only stay so far back. You were kind of yelling.
At the point we're all standing outside the bookshelf going,
Anyway,
We're in the car.
now, could you do a library use check? Or have you done it already?
I've done one, he's done one, he's done one. You never have trouble getting people to do library use checks. Front goes where if you succeed in roll, you go up. It's a back a bit.
I couldn't take his test.
You have trouble.
Why do we have a track?
Rightio.
Well, because it's his radio.
What you do find out for the searches that the Africa's Dark Six was a very limited run, and apparently the publishers, the authorities managed to burn most of the remaining copies.
Seriously, people that made a porno of Cthulhu wouldn't even need to try with that name.
With that name, yeah, people who wanted to make Cthulhu porn wouldn't even have to try very hard.
Africa's Dark Six.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Professor, you know that place we were this afternoon where I got all that cool stuff? Maybe he has a copy.
It's conceivable. I wouldn't think it's likely. You could try, though. Why don't we ring him up and see if he's got a copy of Africa's Dark Sex?
Who?
The old fella.
The
old fella?
Don't let me say it.
Silas and Kwame?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, that would
I'm terribly sorry, sir, but that is only on Thursdays and only in certain districts.
The blue laws probably stopping them from selling anything with that sort of title. According to the record you can find by comparing the library holdings of rare books and whatnot, there's only 13 other known copies that have survived the purge. So the notes that they got here on the Harvard Collection's copy is that it's fully irreplaceable. However, you do manage to find some stuff when you compare it, when you're looking through that symbol that you got off Elias's forehead. You do find something that looks like a match for it, which is a good bit of news for you.
Excellent.
Yes, it takes you all day, the two of you searching to find anything on it. But the rune is here recorded as ancient, and it's thought to have been an offshoot of an unnamed cult driven out of dynastic Egypt. So yes, the cult in question is recorded here as that of the god of the bloody tongue, and that the cult is centered in Kenya.
What the hell is dynamic Egypt?
Dynastic Egypt from the third. Flip it, heck. Look, it's not art. Oh, I'm not there.
What are you talking about? Stop yelling at me!
Well, at least we found something thoroughly useful.
So yeah.
So, Professor, did you want to drive back to that shop?
Can we just ring them up on the telephone and see if they've got the book?
If you can find the telephone on all those books.
Maybe.
Does it have a phone number?
Well, you can look it up in the New York Business Directory.
Okay, do I need to
Miskatonic. Because I just know shit's going to go down there.
Yes. Right, yeah.
Piece it away.
Back up to Miskatonic.
The thing is, this is pretty much the Cthulhu library, but I spend so little time here compared to Harvard.
That is true, yes. You have to spend more time at Harvard than you are in Miskatonic, so...
Weird campaign, man.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Weird on weird.
Now, it's probably just as well that you're at Harvard and not Miskatonic, because of his beautiful young daughter, Iwa. Most young men in Arkham can offer exact directions to Professor Cow's bungalow and Pickman between West and Garrison Streets, to Cow's office in the Liberal Arts Building, or to Cow's favourite lunch spot, the Grafton Diner near the Boston and Main train stations. She is, so fixedly are their wistful eyes drawn and held by a graceful form and style.
Sorry, who the hell is this?
Cow's daughter.
Cal?
Why does he have a residence
Yes,
all that?
Professor Anthony Cowles has a daughter, Iwa. Because she is so spectacularly beautiful, every young man in Arkham knows where she lives.
Isn't this guy from the University of Australia?
Yes.
Yeah.
How old is she?
His daughter is 20.
Why the hell did Rondell not know of this girl before?
Well, you've been a bit busy.
True, I have. What with being my face burnt off and chasing Cthulhu mythicities all across America.
Yes.
Paddy rolls over. I fucking told you, shit vortex.
What was her name again?
The nurse asked what's that about.
Iwa Cowles. Make a knowledge check.
Sure.
I actually managed to fail.
Yes.
Yes, you've noticed her around the campus too on those occasions when you've been at the Miskatonic University doing investigations.
Once.
Yes.
When we were stealing his book.
Yes, when indeed you were stealing the De Vermis Mysterious from the library. Yes.
Worth it.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, she caught your attention even then.
Who?
Iwa.
Who?
Iwa.
That's her furry.
EWA.
You know the
Never heard of her.
Nora.
EWA.
Yes.
That's Elder.
No, seriously, rolled a 95 on the knowledge check. Never heard of her.
I got a 92.
Anyway, but you're not there to follow after her, unlike half the unattached men in Arkham, apparently. You're instead pursuing Professor Anthony Dimsdale Cowles.
It's a very odd name, but I think it's an acronym. Excessive womanly effectiveness.
Anyway, looking for Mr. Anthony Cowles.
Yes.
It's an acronym.
Iwa is actually a real name.
But
Yes.
Very strange.
So yes, he looks at the three of you and says, "Can I help you, fellas?" This is him here.
Oh my god, that is not a human face.
Yes, it is. It's merely a slightly excitable one.
That is not a human face, and you will not convince me otherwise.
Yes, he has freckles and a red beard.
It's not the freckles I'm worried about, it's the soulless eyes.
He's the pirate Redbeard, and he's got no soul.
It's like Pinocchio with a beard.
Because he's got red hair.
The original
Well,
puppet star, not
well,
the cute Disney one.
Well, obviously he's telling the truth. He's also got a very small nose.
At this point in time, but he has not spoken yet.
Yes. So, can I help you, fellas?
Yes,
I'm trying to
sir.
figure out why he gave her a Polish name. Can I have a look?
It's not actually Polish.
Sir,
Nope.
Iwa?
Nope.
I understand that you performed a lecture at New York City and that concerning the cult of darkness in Polynesia and Southwest Pacific.
Yes, that's right. I didn't see you there. Did you?
I'm afraid I'm actually here because I missed it.
That's a damn shame there, mate. He's got a strong Australian accent. So, how can I help you, fellas?
Well, sir,
Apparently you got to drop that hottie.
there was a Jackson Alliance that was... If at all possible, we'd like to get the notes for your lecture.
Oh, good. Not a problem. Not a problem.
If at any time of the lecture, were you, did you speak to, or...
Yes, I don't want you reading too far ahead there. You just need to look at the picture.
Let's see.
Did you speak to or interact with a Mr. Jackson Elias?
Elias. Don't think I ever know the man. Wait, he's an author, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, wrote about cults and things.
That's right.
Yeah, that's the... one of them was about Oceanian cults, wasn't it?
That's right.
Yeah, that's who I know the name. So, what about him?
Well,
Cobber?
sir, to be honest, Mr. Elias is dead.
Oh, damn shame.
He was murdered yesterday
Oh,
by one of these death cults. And we think he may have been trying to get more information on it.
well, what part of the world was he in?
New York.
Wow.
Yes, Cowles looks extremely surprised that there's a death cult at work in New York. So you're sure it was a death cult, not just your common or garden mugger then?
I show him the symbol. This was carved into his forehead.
He looks at it with some interest. Yeah, that looks like a cult symbol, I'd reckon. So don't know which one.
Rather than face interrogation, the man chewed off his own tongue and spat at us.
Yeah, serious business then, these cults.
Somewhat, yes. I don't suppose this is something of a long shot, but have you heard of a book called Africa's Dark Sex?
Dark sex.
It's in 1917 by a Nigel Blackwell.
Can't say I know know by title, but then I'm more Australia and Oceania. Africa's not really in my remit as it was there.
At any point in this adventure, am I going to be deeply offended?
No.
Almost certainly.
Early assumptions by Hollywood and therefore many writers about Maori custom and behaviour was,
Yeah.
But no, there's nothing in New Zealand. Actually, I tell a lie. You will be getting some stuff from New Zealand much later in the campaign. But
so at some point in this campaign, I'm going to be deeply offended.
even then, very unlikely. Yes, he does summarise the main points of his New York University lecture that he so recently completed. Would you like me to read it out, or would one of you?
Sure, I'll do it. I have an Australian accent.
You don't lie.
Just throwing plenty of coppers and mates and so on.
Alright then.
Face like a smashed crab.
Right. Main points of Professor Anthony Cole's New York lecture.
Surely, Barry.
1. A bat cult once existed against the Aboriginals of Australia. It was known across the continent, and the god of the cult was always known as Father of all Bats. Adherents believe that by making human sacrifices to Batman, to their god, that they themselves would become worthy that the Father of all Bats would appear to them. Once he enticed them to appear, he would conquer all men. Who the fuck wrote these notes?
Sounds like it's completely backy.
Sacrifices were run were a gauntlet of worshippers who struck the victims with paddles, clubs embedded with sharp teeth of bats, and most certainly not saying weeaboo. The teeth were coated with substance derived from rabid bats. Who the fuck wrote these notes?
Hang on, Australia doesn't have rabies.
Nor do the Aboriginal people exactly conquest serving. But who the fuck is... Oh, whatever. The poison was quick acting, but the victims quickly went mad before they died. Leaders of the cults would reputably take the forms of bat-winged snakes, enable them to steal sacrifices from across the land. You see, when some bugger is over there and you want a quickie and you just can't get a sacrifice, you run over there and steal his.
Crikey! Crikey! Same thing with the wife, mate.
True. Cows believes that these cults became dormant or extinct hundreds of years ago. Its former existence is the reason it became interested in Jackson Alliance's book about present-day cults. 2. An Aboriginal song cycle mentions a place where enormous beings gathered, somewhere in the west of Australia. So, Western Australia. Some say that these gods, who were not at all like men, built great sleeping walls, and dug great caves. But living winds...
Yeah, we got great caves here in WA, and I dig them too.
Fair dinkum.
But living winds blew down the gods and overthrew them, so to speak, destroying their camp. When this happened, the way was opened for the father of all bats, who came into the land and grew strong. 3. Cal shows that investigators are set at 4 overexposed on shit.
That's a description?
I think it is. Who is giving these notes? Anyway, he shows the investigators a set of 4 overexposed glass slides. Each shows a few sweating men standing beside enormous blocks of stone, pitted and eroded, but clearly dressed and formed for architectural purposes. Them or the stones?
So that was Mr. McGinty's confirmation then? Bunch of naked, half-naked, sweaty men, large stone.
Anyway, dim carvings seem to decorate something. Billows of sand are everywhere. Though he did not bring the book with him, Cal says the discoverer, one Arthur McWhirr of Port Hedland, kept a diary in which the records several attacks on the party by Aboriginals.
Wait, I'm sorry, Port Hedland? Port Hedland. I'm sorry, no one important never comes from Port Hedland.
That's why he's only visited. It's truth.
It says
We would
from
like
Port
to know
Hedland.
that we all live in Western
Old
Australia.
Port Hedland. Yeah.
Old, what?
Old Port Hedland.
Of Port Hedland. I'm sorry, no one who does anything of any significance is from Port Hedland.
Yeah, we all know like that.
I hope we have a listener there.
Well, I tell you what.
Well, apparently, yes, there's
Yeah, whoever wrote this adventure clearly had not done their research, because they would have known that nobody who does anything of any import has ever come from Port Hedland.
well, Port Hedland is also the only port access for the gold fields inland from there.
And for those who are knowing, rabies is not in Australia, and it has not been in Australia for hundreds of years, so whoever wrote this was fucking stupid.
Seriously, do your research, because somebody who lives in the country is going to play it.
I've pointed this out, pointed the rabies thing out repeatedly to other people who are running the game and to the companion riders. But,
Yeah, the worst thing we've got to worry about is tetanus.
well, there's also the mobilovirus, which is actually a relative of rabies.
Yeah, but we don't have rabies.
Anyway.
We've got enough poisons.
McWhirr reportedly records death to victims from hundreds of small punctures reminiscent that of the earlier bat cult. 4! Cowles tells finally of a tale he collected from near the Arthurian Sea of northern Australia. In it, Sandbat, or the father of all bats, has a battle of wits with the rainbow snake. The fuck? Well, anyway, the Aboriginal deification of water and patron of life. Rainbow Snake succeeds in tricking and trapping Sandbat and his clans into the depths of a watery place from which Sandbat can only complain and is unable to return the trouble of people. Late Perth, in the 1960s, Sandbat came back as Batman in the form of Adam West and started a new TV show. So in the end, everything turned out bonza for Sandbat.
And
You're a
nowadays,
bastard, you know that?
nowadays, rainbow serpent can be found in my trousers.
Dude, I told you need to get to the doctor about that.
Please!
That's only because you keep whacking against doors.
Please stop horribly insulting people. Please.
And also, your girlfriend keeps wearing different colour lipsticks.
The rainbow serpent is a significant deity. Thank you very bloody much.
The rainbow serpent
Otherwise, I
made the
wouldn't
most
wear
sense
bloody
of that entire
trousers.
speech.
That different coloured lipsticks shows beauty.
Dear God.
That's actually impressive. Get enough different shades of lipstick that you can actually call it a rainbow serpent.
Stop it, alright, please. I don't want to have to edit this down just so I don't mortally offend some of our listeners, alright?
You may have to. It's going to end up about 4 or 5 hours long.
Anyway,
It's gonna sound like a rap video. He's cut down so much of it.
yeah, so we filmed with many yays.
Yay!
Anyway,
Come on!
now the
Hey, Drhoz.
yes,
If Front Bottom dies, can I come back as Cal's?
that is possible, but cows will be returning to Australia in about 7 months.
Absolutely grand.
Bonza.
Bonzo, mate. Bonzo.
Bonzo copper.
If my character dies, can I come back as you a cow?
That is also possible. They may have to wait till they actually get to the Australian segment of the campaign.
So this is not unlike, say, a caterpillar going into a cocoon and coming out as a beautiful butterfly.
Right, she's in the cocoon. She's in the cocoon state now, right?
Yes.
All right.
I am a beautiful butterfly.
I don't think she can get much uglier.
Oh, I'm just sorry about the ball shape. That's make perfect sense now.
Now, what else do you want to ask him? He does indeed show you those slides of these strange stones in the middle of the West Australian desert.
I do challenge him to a game of Knifey Spoony, as is customary.
What?
And also want to can of Fosters.
Oh, God.
The Australian Simpsons episode.
Uh-huh. That's not a knife. This is
a knife.
Well, technically this is a bayonet.
Yes, actually, no, this is a knife. That's a spoon. Ah, see, it's my knifey spoony.
This is a knife. No, Johnson, that's a stick of dynamite.
Remember, when you all go to Australia, keep your eyes on your belongings.
Old MacDonald had an agricultural real estate
Yes, and
tax
don't-
abatement.
And don't forget you got to smear Vegemite behind your ears.
Behind your ears? Oh, man.
Gives you a +10 initiative against drop bears.
That is deadly important, and we're totally serious about that.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Actually, no, that's right.
Be
Drop
careful of drop
Remember
bears.
remember the cardinal rule of Australian wildlife.
It's
Take something normal and ordinary from wherever you're from, add size and murder.
Yes,
and intent to kill.
Australia does have deadly snails.
Yep.
We have monotremes with a venom that cannot be treated with painkillers.
We have emus, only instead of... Well, emus are effectively modern-day velociraptors.
Well, that's more the cassowaries.
True.
Yes, we have birds that can kill you.
Several different species.
Up at the north end of Australia, we've got poisonous birds that have nerve poison in their feathers.
And we have the platypus, which is just the weirdest thing in existence.
But it can kill you.
Yeah, even we don't know what the hell's going on with that thing.
But it can still kill you.
But to be entirely
Oh, but
honest...
it is still poisonous. That barb on its...
Males.
Yeah, the mouse is still highly venomous. Yes, the most ridiculous-looking animal on Earth, and it's still venomous because, hello, welcome to Australia.
However, you're going to...
Come to Australia, you might accidentally get killed, your blood is sure to be spilled.
But to be entirely honest, guys, Australia isn't that bad. You know, so long as you make sure to check your clothing for venomous creatures, knock out your shoes for redback spiders, and check underneath your belly, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, Alan! Stop! Get the anti-poison! There we go, it's in. Okay. Alan, breathe.
And don't forget to check your kangaroo pouches before hopping in.
Okay. You be good? Yeah, I'll be fine.
Yep.
False alarm, guys. It's just a small one.
Yeah.
Yes, and don't forget to check underneath the toilet seats because we are not kidding about the venomous spiders.
Yeah. For all joking aside, if you're going to a toilet that's actually exposed to the elements in any way, even if it's just under a crack in the door, check under the seat for little tiny black spiders with red stripes on them. If you see these, go find another toilet. I don't care if it takes you 2 hours of walking.
And it doesn't even have to be an exposed toilet because I found one in my house in the toilet.
Yes, but Drhoz, it's your house. It sort of is a jungle on the inside. So you can hardly blame the redback for getting confused.
And there was that marbled scorpion I found on the front porch the other day.
Yes.
But that's Australia, deadly even without the monsters.
I'm pretty sure the platypus fell
Copper.
through from a Cthulhu verse.
Yeah.
A really shit one.
So where were we? Yes.
It fell through from Kitty Cthulhu.
Yes.
So Cowles does indeed show you these photographs of these clearly architectural stones and carving somewhere in the Great Sandy Desert.
Fine upstanding men next to giant balls.
Well, blocks, but yeah.
Blocks.
Yes.
No need to
Can
make
we
this
actually see the photographs?
I don't actually have a copy of the photographs with me, unfortunately, but I can email them to people.
Characters reviewed, and
Yes.
you can't email them to me because my email is currently the way of the dodo.
Bugger. That makes it difficult to get stuff to you.
It makes it very difficult to get stuff to you. For me to get stuff to you, except
Yes.
now when I'm here.
Well, I'll need to get your email.
Angry Birds.
Yeah, so I'll need to get your email then too, so I can send you stuff. So.
Cassowaries.
There you go.
Oh
Yes.
god, that's horrible.
Yes. Well, if you want to put a note, well, you want to put a note on that about Arthur McWhirter, Port Hedland, Great Sandy Desert. That could be a useful addition to the clue bundle. So write it down and put it in the folder.
What's the name, the label on it?
Arthur McWhirter of Port Hedland.
McWhirter.
Yes.
Hey, Daniel. Do any of these suggestions help me?
W-E-R?
WHIRR.
Geology, archaeology, and stonecraft craft. Is any of that helping with this thing?
Well, yes, you can confirm that these, when you get to see the photo, well, you won't even get to see the slides. The slides up,
He's going to show me, isn't he? He's gonna, we get to see
they
them.
went up to,
Yeah, he said we want to see them.
yes. Okay. Well, you get copies made.
Yes.
Okay, yes, all right.
Arthur McWhirter, Port Hedland. That's all along with this terrifying picture.
Yes, and the photos are apparently in the Great Sandy Desert. Apparently, yes. Apparently, there is a Cowles does have a diary, but it's in the currently in Australia. It's been with him to bring him to the US.
More
So
dapper hats on.
I kind of wish I was playing Ned right now.
yes, I'm sure you do wish you were playing Ned Kelly in this scene, but you're not. So we can all be grateful for that. Now, what else do you want to ask him, if anything?
Idea checks.
Certainly.
What should I ask him?
No, I didn't look at the
Yes.
picture.
Well,
Well, it's either that or they're surfing.
Stands out, you got the little hat with it.
What, no one knows the story of Sarah Kelly?
no.
Oh, seamstress extraordinaire. And she had the biggest memory for measurements.
No, I'm afraid I don't know that one.
Huge tracts of land.
Huge. She was like this. I mean, no, seriously, bad arthritis. She was...
Bad arthritis in the back caused by, or
Oh, God. How many hours have we been playing this? You only talked to 3 people so far.
it's just past 2 hours on the recording. It's going to be a long audio file.
Oh, God.
And the thing is, we're actually kind of barreling through things by the
Yes.
normal standard with this group.
Anyway. Yes, yeah, if you ever do get out to Australia, there, Mr. Rondo, well, I've got a friend of mine, David Dodge. Remember David Dodge looking after the house.
Thank you, sir.
No worries, mate.
Yeah, he's his next door neighbour. It takes him 3 hours to drive over.
Not that far, really.
Actually, it's a bit of an exaggeration, but it's also not that inaccurate. You have to understand. Okay, when we first came over here, we asked a cab driver, to take us somewhere. He's like, "Oh, how long will it take?" "Oh, not long. It's just a short drive." So 45 minutes into it, we're going, "Where are you taking us?" "Well, you said you want to go up to such and such." I was like, "Yeah, I thought you said it was only a short drive." "Yeah, we'll be there in another 15. An hour?"
Australia's much bigger than New Miscegenation.
Yeah.
It's like,
But in New Zealand, an hour, some places an hour away, oh, you better make a day of it.
That's like the other side of the
I used to walk an hour to school.
Oh, it's not that bad, but yeah, I mean, we were 2 hours away from Rotorua, 2 hours. So we were pretty central. Good.
Yeah.
2 hours away from Rotorua, 2 hours away from Taupo, 2 hours away from Hamilton, 2 hours away from Auckland.
What was that name? What was that town name called? Tron or something?
Called what?
Something Tron, the city of the future. No, it's in New Zealand. Sorry. Metatron. That's it. City name.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
Yes, do you want to ask him if he has any other information about cults that he might be relevant or useful to Oni? For example, he may even, if he knows about Oceanian cults, he may well have heard of the...
Absolutely, I'll ask him about the cult of Dagon.
Right, yeah. Oh, well, Dagon, that's a Phoenician god. Don't know much about that one. Why do you ask there, Copper?
We've encountered them before, and they're psychotic.
Oh, I see. What, in the Mediterranean?
No, in the Innsmouth.
Can't say I heard of it. Where's that?
Up on the north coast.
Huh.
2 hours that way.
Okay, funny sort of thing to be line up around here. Where'd they get the idea?
From there.
From Oceania?
Sea captain.
Oh, right. Well, yes, and all the traders heading out into the South Pacific trying to make their money from whaling and the like. So, where's it from?
Innsmouth.
No, where'd he get the idea from? Do you know?
Oceania.
What was the
Oceania is the entire Pacific.
You know what I'm talking about, that freaking Philippines.
I know the...
Ponape.
Ponape, that's the...
Oh, right. Well, yeah. Ponape. Well, now Ponape's got those ruins on it, you know.
Yes. The ruins were destroyed after they talked to the sea captain.
Oh. Was it? Huh. I did look that one up, so, yeah.
About, late 1800s.
Late 1900s.
Centuries? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, you have to tell me what you... send me a letter, tell me what you know. I'll just chase that one up. Sounds fascinating.
I will, sir, but I will warn you. It is dangerous.
Is it?
Yes.
So what was this Dagon cult called us out there? I mean, it wouldn't have been called Dagon out there.
Oh, esoteric cult of Order of Dagon.
Well, that's what they called in Innsmouth, so...
Out there, I'm afraid, I don't actually know... Well, hang on, no
Cthulhu.
idea. Oh, Cthulhu.
Oh, right, yeah. Oh, Cthulhu. Well, yeah, you got the whole Cthulhu cycle of myth out there. I mean, you got Dr. Laban Shrewsbury here at the university goes on about that all the time.
Okay, then. That's interesting.
I mean, the whole thing, it was all in the Ponape scriptures.
Scriptures. Would you happen to have a copy of them?
Well, the university back home where we used to have a copy, but then it got lent to some guy named, some bloke, John Scott, just down here in Boston. Never sent it back.
Interesting. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, no worries.
Right then, well, let's go speak to this professor. Hello, Master Nyarlathotep. Nope. Got other business to take care of.
I thought you said you were never going to go back to Israel ever again.
No, I said I was going to protect America any way possible. I wasn't going to say...
Oh, it was McGinty who refused to have anything to do with Innsmouth ever again.
McGinty refuses to have anything to do with the ocean ever again.
This party is under new management.
If they,
Yes?
At least until his character is established.
big moth too.
I have. That's, well, definitely a hummingbird, a sphinx moth. That's, if you email it to me, I'll pass it on to a moth expert friend of mine who should be able to give you the name of it for you.
No, still was a very interesting box. Had blue and green and white.
Yeah, that's pretty moth. Yes, go on.
Anyway, this professor, Miskatonic, go now.
Yes, Laban Shrewsbury, what about him?
Want to talk to him?
Italian.
Yes, he eventually shuffled out of his office, which is even more crowded than most professors' offices you've seen. He has dark little round glasses with light guards around the edges, more like goggles than glasses. Then he's got long, stringy white hair, and he peers at you through the smoked glass. His eyes are invisible behind it, so it looks like he's wearing sunglasses inside, or smoke goggles inside.
Hello, sir. My name is Paul Rondell.
Yes, that's nice.
I want to talk to you about Cthulhu.
Ah, Oh, well, if you're after an autograph, well, I suppose I could spare the time. Starts patting down his pockets.
Sir, I'm not after an autograph.
Ah.
Do you know the meanings of the word Cthulhu RPG?
Yes, it's ecstatic cry, Cthulhu lives. Yes.
So that's what they were saying.
Yes, Cthulhu RPG, yes.
Are you aware of what happened at Innsmouth?
Some sort of government raids, what I heard. So then the storms blew those 3 Coast Guard ships onto the reef.
Do you know who the esoteric of Dagon, Order of Dagon is?
Well, Dagon's a Phoenician fish god, equated with Oannes, if I recall correctly. Yes, the whole came out of half man, half fish, came out of the ocean to teach men metallurgy, agriculture. Quite an important god in Tyre.
So exactly how much do you know about the mythos?
Which mythos?
Cthulhu mythos.
Oh, well, the whole Cthulhu cycle of myth, which is all in my books. They've got a copy at the library, of course, if you want to consult it, but I'm afraid I'll get back to my work. But if you ever want me to autograph a copy, I'm sure you can order a reprint, perhaps.
Cool, thank you very much.
Yes. Yes. Anything to help, sir.
I passed on the Colt. Is there anything interesting in his office?
Let's see. Well, it's stacked to the gills with books, statues.
All of it?
Yeah, it's an academic's office. So.
Well, I'm going to have to punch him in with Oni about this guy being in contact with the mythos. Well, with the mythos. Mm-hmm. Probably not really vested in it, but he could be a worthwhile contact.
He closes the door again, gets back to his work.
Cool.
Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap.
Head down to Boston.
Tap, tap.
Yeah, talk to these guys. I'll find these two.
Yes, they have information, which I told you earlier.
You have information. Hello, information.
Hello, information.
Hello. We found him in the book.
Yes, the two of them spent a busy day in the stacks and discovered that symbol carved onto Jackson Elias's forehead, as previously mentioned, part of the cult of the Bloody Tongue, currently settled in Kenya, though apparently originated in dynastic Egypt.
What did that symbol look like again?
What's your character's name?
I gave you the card. Yes.
I think we found something that belongs to Mr. Quinn.
Yes, hello.
The cow?
I gave you that card the last session with the image on it. Have you still got it? There should be an index card with the image drawn on it.
Oh, Mr. Quinn, I found something
No,
else.
don't think so.
Never mind, I shall do you another one then.
Sorry.
The symbol of that was carved onto Jackson's forehead is apparently part of this ritual execution of the unfortunate writer, and that one of the cultists was busily incising with a knife when you found them in the hotel room. Looked like this, a sort of strange sort of starburst pattern framed in brackets.
I don't even want to say what this looks like to me.
Looks like a mouth.
No, it is not goatsy. It is not even remotely goatsy, so shut up.
I just thought it looked like a TIE fighter. What are you going on about?
Well, I was going to see a grapefruit sliced half open, but okay.
You okay there?
Just a bit tired, I think.
Okay.
He was brooding on the death of his enemies.
Yes. Anyway,
Other than that, there was nothing more.
so yes, you have assorted information so far.
Excellent. We're actually finding that book. We might get in contact with that old fella.
You won't get back down to New York today.
Fantastic. We can kill time by going to Boston and finding out this guy.
Which guy?
Well, the guy who had descriptions from Sydney.
Oh, right, yes, John Scott. He's missing. He was the leader of the Silver Twilight.
Oh, well.
Yes.
Check his stuff.
Is any of it still here?
Yes, he's one of the cult members from the Hermetic Order of the Silver Twilight that has apparently buggered off in the last few weeks.
Oh, well.
Can Oni check his bank account?
Yes, they did clear out the lodge treasury before they went.
That's why Paddy stepped in.
Yes, that is indeed why Paddy has got a rapid promotion to fill the gaps in the club by making large donations. So yeah, Paddy McGinty is now in charge of the Hermetic Order of the Silver Twilight, the bastard.
Well, it's either that or burn it down.
Yes, that is true. And why waste a nice building?
Yes. In any case, I'm going to head back to my place.
Yes, in Arkham.
In Arkham.
Okay, rightio.
We go sleep. Then we wake up.
Yes.
Then we go to New York.
Yes, it is now Yes. It is now the 17th of January, 1925.
We need to teleport to save on time.
You will need to keep track of the days in this campaign. It is important.
Okay.
Don't worry. Yes, don't worry. I have a calendar here.
Cool.
So if we wait around 6 months, let the whole thing pass us by. Well then,
Maybe.
we get as much.
But then again, I have played the game of Cthulhu where I did nothing but sit in the pub and drink, and everyone just kept joining me and telling me their stories. Like,
Yes. Here is the 1925 calendar with important holidays and observances and so on.
2 drones for certain loss. Take that.
oh, this is hilarious, and everyone just kept coming over me. I sit in the pub, I keep drinking. What are you doing now? Drinking? Are you leaving that pub? No, people starting to come to see you. Excellent.
Cool. Okay. Well, it is now the 17th.
I love massive multiplayer games where everyone walks around playing a character.
So what do you do? I'm the drunk guy that listens to people making dumb questions.
So, what information you got? Want to be?
Times are tough. Anyway, to New York. Why are we going to New York?
We're going to see the old fella. See, there's that book about African sects.
Okay.
Yes, despite the blue laws. Okay. Rightio, back there to the juju shop or what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I assume you meant.
Yeah.
Okay. You can get back down there in the afternoon, I believe. It's actually a weekend.
No,
It's
it's
the middle of the week. Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Is it?
Yes. Yes.
Excellent.
Down with the year 1925 United States.
No, it's Sunday. Well, Saturday.
Oh,
Sunday.
January.
Is it Saturday or Sunday?
February.
Well, it's now Saturday, so it's actually open on Saturday.
Yeah.
Closed on
Huzzah.
Sunday. Yes.
Hi.
Yes. Ah, hello there, Mr. Combs, wasn't it?
Cole.
Cole.
Hi. I see the draft's still here, but I'm assuming it's
No, the
still
draft's
getting
gone.
grabbed. Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
Hey, have you got a book?
I don't have much in the way of books, I'm afraid.
African sects, evil African sects.
He
Dark
looks
sex. Dark African sex.
dark African sex, or it doesn't sound.
SECT.
Oh right, no, that's right. Don't say anything like other
Absolutely
titles.
not. Damn it. Would you have
sorry.
a carved animal with the wording of the book inscribed to the outside?
Don't think we've got anything like that mess, ma'am.
Oh,
Sir?
sure. That would check.
So I'm just guessing now.
Yes. Well, it's pretty dark in here, and he's at 73.
Do you know where we can find a copy of that?
The library?
No, but like, this is like a rare book.
Oh, well, you probably go to a specialist rare book dealer then.
Surely you'd know where the specialist rare book African book dealer would be. Being such.
Maybe we
I just sell tribal artifacts, sir. Would you like to buy another spear? Collect the set.
I'll get the set only if you get me that book.
Authentic Zulu.
Hey, what?
Authentic Zulu spear.
I think it is too.
Hey, have you got one of those?
This one was generally used by the Battle of Blood River. The former owner assures me used it to kill 3 Englishmen.
I hate you. That's the other guy.
That's McGizzy. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Kill Englishman. Yeah, that's pretty good. I know a person who'd love this. But how about weapons with lots of little teeth on it?
Weapons with lots of little teeth on it. Well, let's see.
Oh. It's like you have one next to you.
Let's see. I've got a stuffed crocodile. It's got teeth in it.
I've been hit time with it. It's true.
That was an Australian thing.
Have you got anything there for a bat cult?
Bats.
Yeah.
Right, bats. So I was looking at it.
Just this yellow symbol.
Let's see. What symbol?
Just this yellow symbol.
Yellow with the bat.
Oh, God. Uh-huh.
You're going to make front bottom dress up black, aren't you? I am the terror that drinks tea in the night.
He starts looking through the various displays. So I think there's some bats on their shield. Let's say these things are bats.
What's your point there?
This one's a little sort of bird, double curve symbol, looking like a bird to you. So.
No, that's a bird.
Oh,
As it's daytime.
but it's painted black.
It's got a point.
It's a bird.
No, that's the spear.
Oh, well, let's see. No, nothing on bats. I can do an elephant. They're like bats. Poor eyesight, you see.
Guys,
Big ears.
we're not getting anything from this. Thank you very much, sir.
The facts don't have facts. I mean, it has to be.
So you don't have
Police department.
any kind of book?
No, I don't sell books here, I'm afraid.
You don't have any friends who sell rare African books?
It's not an African book.
Not
It's a
in
book about Africa.
Whatever. Book about Africans?
Well, try a bookseller. There's lots of booksellers in New York, sir. In fact, you will recall that a bookseller was one of the victims of the cultists.
No.
Yes.
To the police station.
To Detective Pool!
I hate it when they jump on us and have already killed all the guys with information.
What?
I think
What do you
we
want
can
to
narrow
buy?
it down.
Another
and probably
Zulu
solve it
spear,
by-
sir?
I thought they was listed already.
Oh, right. Yes.
I
Okay.
think we can narrow it down and probably just
Okay.
cast in Kenya.
It costs more if it kills someone.
Yes, with some difficulty given its length, Timmins here
I'll hold out the
climbs
window.
into the back,
Hey,
the
try
back
close to
seat
someone.
of the car with the Zulu spear sticking out one window as
Apparently
you're
we have
driving
a
through the
truck.
street.
No.
Apparently we have a truck.
Alright?
Oh,
Serious
truck.
information.
It's a
Get that delivered somewhere else. It is not coming in this car.
I thought
No,
we had
chuck
a
it in the truck.
Fair enough.
Oh, truck. Okay.
Yeah.
Chuck it in the back.
Okay.
Chuck it in your back.
Yes, down to the police department.
Police department, yes.
No.
We'll track off down there.
Hmm?
We'll track off down
It
there.
costs more if it killed someone recently.
To the police station.
Yes.
We're going to the police
Hello,
station.
police
We don't
station.
take bodies.
Yes.
Are you Detective Poole?
I can see if he's in, sir. Have you got an appointment to see him?
Yes. No, I don't.
Yes, no,
and you
baby.
are?
Agent Paul Johnson of the Office of Naval Intelligence.
I'll see if he can be
Johnson.
down shortly then.
Thank you.
You're Rondale, I'm Johnson.
Yes, you are.
So you're giving each other's names again, are you?
Yes.
They're special.
Yes.
We switch it around with people.
Yeah, just to keep things fresh.
They share names and
Not between each other.
Not for us to judge.
Yes, Lieutenant Martin Poole of the Homicide Squad comes down to see you. Here is a picture of the gentleman in question.
Hat full of assholes.
He is not a hat full of arseholes.
He looks like every stereotypical detective you've ever seen.
He does somewhat.
Or a defective?
Lieutenant Detective, sir.
Cranial ridges or something.
Yes, he
Pop my
does.
skull out at you.
Lieutenant Defective Paul. How good to see you.
How what?
Good to see you.
Yes. So,
Detective Poole. I believe
ma'am,
Elias had some kind of press release for the police department.
pass out the press card. Yes, that's a standard press cards.
Concerning?
Just so as a journalist and writer, he could go to crime scenes. Yeah, it looks seems genuine. I can check the number if you want.
That won't be necessary. But,
All very generic.
actually no, do check it anyway if you can. But that's not important right now. Who are the people that were murdered by these cultists?
Well, he pulls up the file on these apparent death cult killings. There's no obvious connection between any of them, so...
I can see one. These are people that have known information about them.
About who?
These death cult, these African cultists. Elias was trying to find information on them.
Oh,
He get killed the same night.
I see. Yes, we have been trying to figure out how they knew he was going to be at that hotel, so... He must have been followed there, is our guess.
Or maybe someone told him where he was staying.
Any idea what his movements were before the murder?
Yes, he went to a particular importer. Although he seemed like he didn't know anything, I wasn't able to really point out any particular flaw in his reasoning. Let's see, let's say Emerson Imports.
Emerson Import, you say. Right, okay, he scribbles that down.
They're importing things from Mombasa, someplace in Kenya, to a Silas and Kwame Juju house.
Juju House, right, got an address for that?
Yes.
Right, one ransom court, right, got it, off Lennox. Gotcha.
I want to find out more information about this bookkeeper.
He gives you a name
Okay.
and an address.
Was there, when she was broken into, was there anything stolen from her supply, such as books or some such?
Her? It was him. We have a next of kin, the wife.
Sorry, his
Yes.
book collection. Was there anything stolen?
No, he wasn't at home when he was murdered. He was found on the in an alleyway. So
What were the names? What were the? I believe the connection between all these people is they found out something about these cultists and there were reprisal attacks.
it's an interesting, good theory there. One of these victims was a private investigator. So
That's what tipped me off. that and the book collector. That's the only thing that can connect
Bookseller.
information.
Well,
Elias was
that wouldn't explain why the bartender or the this particular family man ended up dead, or the priest.
I believe that's what's connecting them. They found out something about this cult.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll give you a letter of introduction. Yes, this is the next of kin for the bookseller. If his wife will tell you anything she didn't tell us, just let us know.
Excellent. Okay then.
I'm taking a risk trusting you with this information. This is a murder investigation here, so don't do anything that'll make us look bad.
Well, this investigation could have nationwide ramifications, so don't worry. I'm treating this with every bit as serious as I can. Thank you, sir.
Very well then. See you around, Mr. Rondale.
Any more information I have, I'll let you know.
If the case breaks, let us know straight away. We want these people. We want them bad.
Trust me, sir. You're as bad as I do.
Yeah, did that one you got talk?
He doesn't know about that one.
No, he doesn't, does he?
No.
Right, yeah. Ignore that. They didn't actually tell the police that they captured one of the cultists alive before they carted him off to the tortured and interrogated. So, yeah.
If you were paying attention earlier, you would know this.
Yes.
In any case,
Of course, it has been like an hour and a half to 2 hours, 6 minutes ago.
Yes.
in any case, to the person with the lady.
After all, Gotham is part of New York. It is. Yeah. Part of New York is Gotham.
Very cool.
The wife in question is still in the widow's reeds, despite the length of time between the murder and today. She has apparently been attempting to keep the business running in the after the death of her husband, but it's clearly been suffering. It's entirely likely she is surviving on their meagre savings in the months since the death.
Right, I understand I'm terrible with this, so...
Okay, you want me to talk him into doing what?
Well, I want to talk her into getting what information I can out of her. Yes, nicely.
Okay. I will attempt to do this. Oh, geez. We don't have the degrees of success in this, do we? So
No, we
made
don't.
it by 55%. So it's 5 degrees of not having 5 degrees of success.
So you failed your persuade?
No.
Succeeded.
Oh, succeeded. Okay, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think it would appear that the bookseller's wife appreciates having another woman to talk to, and it's entirely possible getting more out of her than the police detectives did. And over the cup of rather weak and undersugared tea that she manages to brew for you,
While I will thank her for profusely.
yes, while she confides in you, that I told him he had to focus on the business. I don't know why he was buying so many maps. I told him, William, our customers want maps of New York, not of Africa. Why do you spend so much money on these maps of Africa? And he was spending so many hours out so late at night. I thought he was having an affair, and then he was murdered. And what will I do now? I cannot handle the business by myself. She is a relatively old woman. It's entirely possible that the Willem was past retirement age at the time of his murder. So,
Okay.
yeah, she's clearly totally distraught by the murder of her husband.
Okay. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can get... What I'm going to do is I'm going to suggest she sells the business while it's still got its value. She's just recently been killed, so...
Well, months back, but yes.
And I'll even try and arrange that for her, because I feel sorry for her. And I would like to have a look at all these strange maps to see if they're actually rare and have value that led him into this, that he was going into getting and spending all his money on.
Certainly so. Yes. So if you want these maps, then you may take them at the cost. I want nothing to do with them. They remind me of Paul Willem.
I will actually. How much is it? How much it is cost?
Okay, quite a lot of these actually, some of them are up to 80 years old.
Wow.
And whatnot. These are antique maps in many cases.
Okay.
It's alright. This is
Yeah, so the cost. Yeah, so the cost is significant, but you can leave the store if you so wish with a bundle. Yes, he came back that night so frightened. I've never seen him so scared.
Having just bought maps.
No, this was before the day before he died.
So where did he go when he came?
I do not know. He was always going down town late at night in those days.
You don't know where he went. Alright. What I will do is I will see if I can go through the bookshop searching for clues. And then I will arrange to have it sold.
What's your business?
Business?
Yes, or law. Or bargain even.
Yeah, well, maybe. Is there anybody who's got any of these things?
I got law and bargain.
Commerce.
do that.
Yeah. If you could try and do that.
Bargain's
I'm
good
afraid
too.
I know what needs to be done, but my character doesn't have the skills to do it.
Nope. Foul bargain.
Well,
I passed the law.
yes, I don't think you'll be able to get full price for the business.
How about we hire an agent who is competent in such things? We can puff up its value by giving proper valuations and things.
You can arrange that sort of thing, but that's sort of out of the remit of the adventure per se. So yes, but yeah, you can head back down to the only bunker with a big armful of maps, sticking out at all angles. Elastic bands going snap.
Do you want me to make a credit rating roll to see if I can cover the costs of having this thing sold for the woman?
It's more not credit rating as bargain. Or is it the credit rating is more a measure of reputation than actual financial solvency.
All right. Well, how about he makes a bargain roll? Oh, he failed.
Yes.
We were going to get an agent to try and sell it for us.
Well, maps. Yes, maps. Lots of maps. Many maps of East Africa.
Stop pushing the storyline along.
Map.
Just tell Paddy there's more.
Compassion to an old woman.
No. Just look. It's a simple. Just tell Paddy there's more real estate for sale and there's weird shit going on there. He'll just buy it.
Okay, yeah. Okay, good idea.
Yeah.
It's
full of occult treasures.
There's weird shit and there's books in there. Here, I'll take it.
I'm attaching electrodes to the adventure's nipples. Let's keep going.
I'm not. I'm telling you.
So, with all these maps he's looking over, was he using any books for reference points?
Yes, he bought some more books as well, but it was mostly maps.
Excellent.
What books did you have? Guidebooks to East Africa.
We'll take 'em.
The Stanley's Search for Livingston.
Did he have any notes that he scrolled on?
The Biggles book for boys.
Yes, he had some notes.
Could we take them too?
If you think he's important.
Have you got anything else interesting, just so we can give you a little money between now and when you sell your business?
Well, if you think books you're interested in.
Here's $100, and we'll.
Thank you.
You look after yourself, man.
Books.
Yes.
We also paid a great pile of money out for the stuff we bought out of the only expense account.
Yes. Yes, the books seem to be fairly. Africa's dark sex is not amongst them.
Damn.
But there are books about tribal beliefs, rituals, even one in there about Egypt and so forth. But
And that's thoroughly interesting.
so
What has with his notes give reference to what exactly he was trying to find on his
the notes aren't in English. But looks of it, they're in Dutch. But yeah,
Dutch is not anywhere near French or Latin. So
no.
I only have English, so no.
It's related to them distantly.
I don't have English at 100%.
Yes, you want to make a spot hidden.
Sure.
I think I died.
Yes.
No.
Okay.
yes.
And a tiny annotation has been added to one of the maps of the highlands of Kenya. Apparently the mountain.
There's Waldo.
Pirate,
Yes.
an X. Pirate treasure here.
Yes. MT Black Wind.
Mount Blackwind.
MC.
MT.
Mount Blackwind. No, I've been to Mount Kinabalu. I've been on Buster, which has been up in...
Hey, this
Yes, well, yes, interesting mountain, Mount Kinabalu.
MC Blackwind could be an awesome
anything to do with the diamond mine in Africa?
What?
King Solomon's treasure?
No, there's no mention of the mountain of the Black Wind in King Solomon's mine. No. Nor were there any mentions of Zulu spears on the map, nor Zulu spear holes in the map. There's a little pinhole in the map. That's
Could have
it.
been a really pointy spear.
Pinhole.
was just from pinning to a wall.
No, it's probably where he
Pinhole
stuck
just
his
from
pin.
pinning to a wall, or
Like he put a pin in the map to mark its location before he wrote next to it.
Perhaps the map was underneath someone while they were disgustingly and horribly tortured involving pins.
It's possible.
But then would there be bloodstains?
Anyway, I shall be back momentarily.
Sure.
Please make your plans about who you wish to talk to next, or clues you wish to follow up. You do, after all, have a bag full of clues there.
Yes, but we've also gone exhausting half of them that are in New York.
That is true.
Actually, we've exhausted all of them. Now we're just looking for murder victims.
You sure you did?
Yes, all of them.
Okay.
most of them just
We could also
didn't
go and
seem
try
terribly
and
useful.
search downtown to see if we can find out where this guy got to when he buggered
We
off.
always just check the cabs.
Well,
Okay, look.
Okay.
We've gone to we've spoken with Ardright. We went to Emerson Imports.
mm-hmm.
We took a look at Anthony Cowles.
Yes.
And we got that.
You're right, yeah.
Jesse.
Yeah, you have gone through the New York clues, apart from the fact that you haven't actually looked up anything on the Carlisle expedition yet.
Carlisle Expedition.
Yes, that's and you haven't told Elias's publisher that Jackson Elias is dead yet.
Oh, right. Well, we should do that.
Yeah, probably should let him know.
Okay, cool. Hey, man, it turns out just like a few days ago, we went to see Elias. He was being murdered, and it's like, yeah, we just had to find the right time to tell you.
No, that's not true. He wasn't being murdered. He was murdered. He wasn't in the process of being murdered. He was already quite
You
dead
really get
when
the
we arrived.
tenses right,
Yeah.
otherwise you'll confuse people.
We did kind of burst in, and there was like a guy like, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill him. He was kind of already dead, carved on.
Yeah,
We believe it was a smiley face. He didn't quite get right.
Yeah, it was just. I'd never seen someone with that many eyes before. It was kind of like a grapefruit cut in half.
It looks like someone's trying. It looks like actually something, like a bite mark, actually.
Yeah, it's just like,
I reckon it looks like a TIE fighter.
No, it's a TIE fighter mark. That mark that have little dots all around it.
No, it's like a TIE fighter in mid-explosion.
it's like someone tried
Which
to
happens
do.
really frequently.
It's like someone tried to do that
yeah, it's
gold
like a
Jafar symbol, but he had epilepsy.
At the moment, we're actually in a
Yes. Now, it is still the afternoon of the 17th, I believe you got there.
Yes, 17th.
Yes.
Go to talk to a publisher. I have bad news.
Yes, indeed. The Jonah Kensington, the editor-in-chief at Prospero House Press, has not yet been informed by you of the death of one of his most popular authors. However, the police did pass on the bad news because they, after all, have him listed as contact in the case of accident and whatnot, because Elias, being an orphan, had no next of kin. So, yes, he is visibly distressed by the horrible murder of his client, especially since he sent you lot round there with his address, just before it happened.
He's a crime
It wasn't us. If it was us, there would have been a
He's the
no
publisher,
evidence.
else is the publisher.
So much you wouldn't
Okay,
find
he
someone.
wouldn't happen to be the same publisher who published Sects of...
No, he was not the publisher of Africa's Dark Sects.
Okay. This new wording amazes me. Tell me again how the entrails of ghosts could be employed to prevent exploits.
Anyway,
Okay, back to Africa's Dark Sects.
which he has not published nor read.
Okay.
But he understands that he has very good articles in it.
Yes.
Some pictures.
He reads it for the plot.
No, it's the interesting articles.
It's one of those books you can only read with one hand.
I mean, like,
Because the other hand is making notes.
he's holding it, like he's holding it in a book in one hand in the picture, in the character illustration.
Well, it's either that or
Oh, he's looking at some kind of illustration.
or maybe he's critiquing art.
it's possible.
Well, I do believe that the 18th century method is clearly shown in this. I do believe the 16th century method is also superior to this. I don't know jack shit about art.
Yes. Nonetheless, he is visibly distressed about the murder of his friend, and asks if you're back here in regards to that.
Can I have one of these?
More or less, yes.
We're making sure to go through his contacts as well.
Yeah.
In a word, yes.
Do you have any idea who would have a grievance with Elias Jackson? Jackson Elias.
I don't know.
Well,
what number one of the cults for the infiltrated?
he made a lot of enemies with his earlier books, so it's either one of them finally caught up with him, or his new project is much more dangerous than he believed.
And his new project being...
Well, something to do with the Carlisle expedition. Like I told you, I got a...
Kenya, right?
yes, that's where they were killed, or it's in all the papers.
Right.
I've got the letter.
Probably killed by African sex.
He goes to a filing cabinet and opens up a particular quite large file, apparently of correspondence, and brings out a letter dated August 8th, 1924, Nairobi, apparently.
Oh, that's the one I got earlier.
Yes, which I shouldn't actually give you that. You should have got that from Kensington himself. Dear Jonah.
I found the way out.
Yes, dear Jonah, big news. There is a possibility that not all the members of the Carlisle expedition have died. I have a lead. Although the authorities here deny the cult angle, the natives sing a different tune. Now, you wouldn't believe the stories. Let's see, what's... some prized notes coming your way. This one may make us all rich. Blood and kisses, J. P.S. I'll need some advance money to follow this one up. More later. Kensington says that you received the notes that Jackson promised, and later on a wire from Hong Kong asking for the advance, which he sent immediately. But then I didn't hear from him until the middle of last month, December 16th, 1924, when he sent me a wire from London. He sounded very excited and a bit crazy sounding, frankly. Said he'd been to China and then Africa, of course, and to London for a few days. That's where he'd dug up a lot of stuff. He said he'd been seeing some experts over there.
China, then to Africa, then London? That's quite a mushroom stamper.
Yes, he said he'd seen some unbelievable things and mentioned a plan, apparently, worldwide proportions or something. He said there was a timetable that he needed to find the missing pieces, but he wouldn't explain any more. So that's where the wire ended, you see. So, but he said he was coming back to New York after that, and he came back on the fallow rope.
Okay.
Yes, he brought... yes, Kensington... You notice that the folder that he got the letter out of is quite a thick one, and Kensington's clearly concealing something at this point. Make a psychology check, all of you.
My God, I made it!
Made it.
Rightio.
No, I did not.
He looks clearly embarrassed about this last bit, and reluctant to tell you more.
Okay. Mr. Kensington, Elias has been murdered in the past day. If we have any reason to believe that you're withholding information from us, I can have the entire organisation down here and turning your place upside down.
Well, if you make a law persuade...
Can I make a side roll?
Law, persuade, and faster.
Okay. Well, I'm sure that Elias must have been overworking with this. He needed a rest. He'd obviously been overworking.
Well, he's having a rest now.
Well, clearly not, considering he's been murdered in the past few days. So what is it?
He reluctantly pulls out a large bundle of notes. I don't think badly of Elias. I'm sure that there's nothing here that would question his integrity as a writer or affect the press. He pushes the bundle over towards you, and you see the kind of thing that Elias has been writing in the last few weeks.
Oh, Fluttershy, your name is so long. In all seriousness,
It does
I
not
can
say
read
anything about Fluttershy
nothing
ponies or
bad.
manes in any question, in any respect.
Oh, Spike.
It's about
no.
sparkly
Or
vampires.
dragons,
It's about sparkly vampires.
or sparkly
I
vampires.
assume
Okay,
a bulldog
diamond
with
dogs.
testicles of at least of near infinite size.
Yes, well, by all means, pass it around.
I would, but I can't read the damn thing.
Droz,
It looks
is
nice.
it? How eccentric is it for a male author to write to their publisher with blood and kisses?
Given that he's an occult writer who wrote about death cults,
Still very.
It still strikes me as
you haven't seen some of the
I
ways
wouldn't-
that's...
I wouldn't sign a letter that way, except to some of my goth female friends.
Uh-huh. Well, you haven't seen some of the ways that H.P. Lovecraft closed his letters.
Which I probably have, but he wasn't exactly.
He's one of the 20th century's great correspondents. He wrote tens of thousands of letters, and some of them were filled with jokes like that.
It was a joke, is it?
Presumably.
I'm naked.
Alright,
Okay,
Yeah,
if there are any
yeah,
hot
fair
tots
enough.
out there listening,
I cannot
Okay.
read this.
Okay,
Ian, you're all genetic mutants.
Ian is currently heading home. No doubt he'll be back for next session, but we won't be hearing any more from the eternal student Byron Timmins any more this evening. The notes in question from Jackson Elias are, as is becoming evident as it passes around the players, almost completely illegible. You will require an English roll. This is one of the uses of the English roll, to try and decipher what on earth they're going on about.
I make one.
I make mine.
Right
I have an
here.
English of 105, so it's not possible for me to pass.
The only
Which means
fragment...
that I now get a chance to go up, which is 0%.
The only fragments of this that are even remotely decipherable include many names, many forms, but all are the same and towards one end. Need help. Too big, too ghastly. These dreams. Dreams like Carlyle's? Check that psychoanalyst's files. All of them survived. They'll open the gate. Why? So the power and the danger is real. Many threads beginning. The books are in Carlyle's safe. Coming for me. Will the ocean protect? Ho ho, no quitters now. Must tell and make readers believe. Should I scream for them? Let's scream together.
Carlisle. Who's Carlisle?
The Carlisle expedition. That's what he was investigating. He said that's big news about... He wanted to hire a team of investigators. It was all in the wire. He pulls out the telegram from the file in question. The Worldwide Telegraph Service. They have information concerning Carlisle exposition.
Right on the other side, Carlisle.
Stop. Need reliable investigative team. Stop. Arrived January 15th. Stop. Signed Jackson Elias. As it turned out, he arrived slightly earlier than that.
Us, if we were foolish enough to involve ourselves in something that's not usually be killed.
Yes. So let's hire a team of investigators to go for us.
Yes.
Lunch.
You may throw that back into one of the folders if you like.
Pigeons.
All I could read on it was big, together, and all that shit.
Yes.
Many threads beginning.
Yes, many threads beginning.
I scream for this.
Yes, should I scream for them? Let's scream together.
Okay. Yeah, he's gone completely balmy. Like all the Kalahari Bushmen out there who might be listening.
And that's another one off on the list.
Oh, God. So,
And
what next?
I know
Currently 10:15.
Did we want to call it?
We can call it here if you wish.
Well, I would
Or
like-
continue, so.
I think considering two of our players are currently nodding off, it's fair to them if we call it here.
Well, Ian's already gone home.
Yes. Yes, he has.
You're tired. I'm probably tired.
Before you do leave the Prospero Press offices, is there anything else you wanted to ask Jonah Kensington about his late friend?
Yes. Was there any more? What was his investigations in town? Why was he here?
Something to do with the Carlisle expedition, I presume. He did say he talked to, let's see, I got it here, Mickey Mahoney of the Scoop in London and Inspector James Barrington, Scotland Yard. but I don't know why he wanted to talk to them, but he mentioned them when he brought these notes around. He told me to hold on to them, not to tell anybody that I had them.
All right then, thank you. We'll make sure that his work gets done.
Very
What
well.
was the detective at Scotland Yard?
James Barrington.
James Barrington.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm out of it.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yes.
One, I'd like to claim get out a free card for the whole. It was just meant to be a prank, and then the whole thing came off.
All right, you may indeed spend a get out of free card to get out of that particular.
Not spend one, claim one.
Ah, right, yes. So,
Remember, I found his workshop later. It was that microscopic piece of fragment that was in the library.
yes, I will give you a get out of hell free card for that little aside regarding yourself, the Tarzan costume, the Widner Library, and Agent Rondale's sister Scout.
Was there anything?
And I will continue playing Aldous.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Was there anything for Rondell? Not that it's going to probably matter for much, considering how quickly he's going to be out of the campaign soon.
Yes, I'll give you a.
Rondale?
He's still playing Rondale while you're in New York.
Rondell is needed to run Delta Green
Yes.
and probably get off out of the country.
So yeah, he'll
Have I
probably.
given you your dice back?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. There's one of them. I can't find the other.
Okay. Well, if you wish, we can end it here for the evening and can investigate the rest of the murder victims next session.
Next session.
This was a relatively short session for our listeners. Quite often these will run all the way to midnight, so in future you expect 5-hour sessions.
Yeah, apparently a lot of Americans hear 5-hour session and they go, what?
Yes.
They usually say, oh, our sessions usually only last like 2 to 4 hours. And I go, how do you get anything done?
Yes, it is a good question, that. I hope you've enjoyed this. Hopefully with next session we'll have better recording conditions. So, thank you and good night.
Ethical minorities. Thank you. If we haven't offended you this week, we'll get to you next.
Mass of Nyarlathotep and the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game are copyrighted Chaosium Incorporated. The Gamers Guild Mass of Nyarlathotep campaign is game mastered by Drhoz, who can be contacted at dolphins@iinet.net.au. Music is Constancy Part 2 by Kevin MacLeod at Acompatech.com. The Scroll of the Black Pharaoh cover art by Jason McKittrick at Crypticurium. An ongoing campaign document and a journal of the Guild's previous campaign can be found at html://tinyurl.com/C9DJM5U.